I don't believe that.
But it makes sense if he's not jumping out of bed.
Hey, Richard, you've watched midget porn.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, I've seen a midget shoot a pretty good-sized load.
Yeah, but those are porn midgets.
Well, it just might take Eric a little longer to save it up.
Nah, midgets have a regular load. It took me 3 bottles of shampoo once to get it out.
Yeah, but Eric's claiming that his load is smaller than, let's say, a normal-sized man.
But how would he know if he doesn't watch loads in movies?
But he doesn't have to get up and clean up.
He's getting embarrassed, right. but he does watch loads in movies. How can he miss it?
He immediately said his load was smaller, so he knows.
But you know what? And this one time I have to defend Eric. I don't think it's that crazy to whack off and not into your underwear and not change it. I do that all the time.
You don't find that odd.
No, I do that every time.
Yeah, because you're gross.
Doesn't your penis ever stick to your underpants?
It does. But you know what? In a weird way, just like Fred just said, I like it. Like in the morning, I like pulling my underwear away from my belly. And there's just something like...
Yeah, but what about if your penis is stuck to your underpants?
I like that.
You like it?
Yeah.
You like the sensation?
You like it all.
It's a cool sensation.
Numbed up.
Yeah.
Eric, is that what you're trying to say? Like, Richard, you enjoy the sensation of pulling your underpants away in the morning?
No, I don't enjoy that.
But you just do it.
But you're saying you don't even have that problem.
Do you use like a Vaseline product or something to keep the...
He definitely has that problem if he's... You know,
but he says he has a little load, so he's...
So what? He has maybe he's got a little penis. A load's a load. It's still like crazy glue, that load.
Yeah, but maybe he's putting it in like a certain... he moves his pants around. So
or maybe
it's not in
he shifts his pants?
Yeah.
Yeah, but during the night...
I aim for the pubes.
Or maybe it's drying up in his belly button inside.
Oh, my God.
Is that true?
No, it's not. No, it's
Cum
not.
reservoir.
What?
What?
Said, no, it's not.
Come on, I'm trying to defend you, Eric.
Eric, so you wake up in the morning. Your underpants are all sticky. You put them in the hamper, I guess. And then your roommate comes and washes them?
Yes, just like he washes all the rest of the laundry.
That's so vile.
And do you do this every night, Eric?
No.
How often?
I'm not going to say.
Why not?
It's a big deal.
I went to surprise my roommate.
When was the last time you did it?
Don't remember.
Oh,
would Eric be willing to shoot a load into like a soda bottle so then he can send it to us and we'll judge if it's a normal size load?
I don't think we need a soda bottle.
Yeah, you might just need like a toothpick holder.
A pill bottle.
Eric, can you send us a load so we can measure it?
No, I cannot.
Too small to even collect?
No, it's just that I will not do that.
Robin wants to see your load.
We all do.
Can't you do it for me?
Send us some soiled underwear. We want to auction it off.
Why are you so blotchy today? I'm concerned about you. What's going on over there?
Nuclear radiation.
Look, the whole side of your face is like covered in zits.
You're looking Benji-ish.
Yeah.
I'm not covered in zits, you asswipe.
It's red.
It is like he sleeps on that side.
No, but that's ridiculous.
I slept in my cum. Oh, my God.
He had to tear the sheets from
I shot my load on my face.
No, really.
Oh, I did not.
You've got the whole Benji thing going. Benji gets all blotchy.
Yeah.
We don't know why he's blotchy either.
Could you pop out your eyes?
No, really. What's going on, Eric? I'm concerned.
Nothing.
Well, when you're in high school, they say if you masturbate too much, you get acne and stuff.
No,
so
that's not what's going on.
Really?
No,
but you see how his finger his hand is propped up there? It might be that.
No, you know what? You're rubbing your face too much. Don't put your hands on your face. Take your hand away.
That's not the cause.
What is the cause, then?
Maybe the phone.
No, his forehead is all red. And covered in bumps.
But that stays red.
Yeah.
See that?
No bumps up there.
There are.
What's on the side of your face?
Looks like a frog's back.
Well, then you need a new cameraman, because I'm telling you.
It's got to be his bed. His bed must be filthy. If he comes in his sheets and stuff, and then he's rolling around in it.
He's allergic to his own cum.
You think that's it?
I bet that's it.
The sheets just got changed last night.
Yeah, but before that, when was the last time?
They get changed weekly.
Yeah, he's got some kind of nervous condition there.
You got to change it hourly.
I don't know what product you're using, Eric. Maybe you ought to change.
We need to send Eric to a spa, maybe, for a facial.
Before that girlfriend comes out, yeah, he's got to get a...
We need to fix you up.
We'll put him in a tanning bed.
Yeah, we got to get you dolled up before you meet the girl you've been dating for 2 years.
Eric, I just realized, you know what you need? A tan.
I don't need a tanning bed. I need a tanning crib.
A microwave.
Well, Eric, I would love to talk masturbation talk with you. If you ever want to do a show on that, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are.
We're going to send you a tanning bed, but don't fit.
Shut up, fat junkie.
Sal said he used to jerk off in a tanning bed.
Oh, God.
Can't do that.
Well, Eric, your show is tonight. What you want to give it a plug? How do people tune it in?
Go to www.jfsc.tv at 8 o'clock Pacific Coast time.
Now, will it also work if I just Google boring?
That'll pop up as the only listing.
Well, good luck with the show. I hope your technical problems are worked out.
I'm going to Google mind-numbingly dull.
You'll find me.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
You just Googled that and Eric came up?
Yeah. I cross-referenced mind-numbingly dull with blotchy.
Eric, is there something that we could type into, let's say, Google if we forget the address so we can find you easily?
Eric, the annoying midget.
Yeah. All right, if we put in Eric the annoying midget, it'll come up?
Look what it says across the screen. Hang on, let it go back to the beginning.
Eric's skin is fine.
Fat ass.
Eat me, fat ass, and big nose. All right.
Oh.
Well, you want to be that way. I gave you a plug. I don't know.
That's great.
Very nice.
All right. Thank you, Eric, and good luck with your show tonight. And we'll be sure to listen to it tomorrow. And let's hope the technical problems are worked out. I had a hard time following it the last time.
Actually, I love the technical problems.
You do? That's your favorite part of the show?
Yes.
That sounds like a great network show. Fat ass and big nose. Jake and the fat man.
In case anybody forgets what that show sounds like, I can...
Please.
Somebody in the room, I think, what is it, Judge, wants to know why it still says on your MySpace that you're single.
Doesn't anymore.
Okay, I will change that soon. I know I will. I just have to get to it.
Yeah, you need to change that pretty quick, because you know you're going to get bombarded with that one.
That's been...
Yeah.
We're trying to hear your show. What is that?
I said that's been fixed.
All right. All right, Eric, we look forward to it.
Instead of saying single, it says duped.
No, it does not. That's not an option, and that's not what's going on, Robin.
Well, we'll see when you have with your new girlfriend.
And why, out of anyone, do you feel like you have the ability to put any 2 cents into this? When you don't say hardly about your relationship with Jim.
Well, you got a point there, Eric, because even the listeners write in and say, what is with Robin? You know, she's the first one to say you have to come clean for the show.
I do?
I guess so. That's what it says in the email.
I don't recall saying that.
Here it is. A couple of emails that make Robin's point. I'll read you one. How can you allow Robin, of all people, to censor this show? Everyone on the show is fair game, and she needs to deal with it. Think of all the rest of you deal with on your private life, Robin. Too bad. Boy, this guy's illiterate. Robin lost Dana over it. That said, too bad, Robin. Your whereabouts are free game. I don't know what that. Robin lost Dana over it. What is that? I don't understand people's emails.
I'm glad you picked it up to read.
Yeah, it was retarded. All right, thank you, Eric, and we will listen to your show. We will make sure to check it out tonight. And, by the way, if I want to listen to that show or, you know, certainly feel a part of it, what would I call you on that show?
Eric, the ignorant asshole.
All right. Fair enough. Eric, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care, paint your hair.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you go to Google and you put in the phrase mind-numbingly dull,
yeah,
Eric is the third and fourth entry.
What's more dull and mind-numbing than Eric? I want to know what's number one.
Are you serious?
There's something on YouTube called Eric the Actor's Mind-Numbingly Dull Hour.
Yeah.
And so if you put in that phrase, that's the third and fourth entry are Eric the Actor.
Oh, that's because I said it last week, too.
But that's amazing.
I'll probably put it in there as a name.
So what is first and second?
Something in a different language where it becomes thoughtful reflection on an obsession. I don't know what that is, some French word. And Amazon.com, mind-numbingly dull.
The first two are 2 episodes of Kiner's Corner from 1975.
That was pretty dull. Well, Eric, I wish you luck, and, of course, I hope you work out the technical problems. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Say bye for now.
No.
Come on.
Come on, that's your favorite thing to say.
You haven't said it for us in a long time.
I'm not saying it because of the fact that after you started in with all that talk about masturbation, it led to a bunch of stupid asses coming in here that I had to kick left and right.
Someone told me he runs that website like a Nazi.
I would imagine he does.
Anybody says anything negative, he throws them out.
Out they go.
Out they go. You'd have a lot more people in there if you just tolerated a bit of the shenanigans.
People just want to have fun with you, Eric.
Right. He has no sense of humor. What is it?
It's not even, like, insulting him or anything. If you ask, like, a question, a wrong question, you're out.
You're out.
You're out.
Like what? What would be an example?
Like, even, like, what you just asked him? Like, if you asked him anything about masturbation, out.
Out. Eric, you got to let people do their thing.
I know it's just stupid-ass SFNers and Syndicate members.
Syndicate
members? I want them in here.
What are Syndicate members?
Ask Shuey, he knows. He's friends with the dumbass leader.
There's a Syndicate.
Shirley's friends with the Syndicate leader?
Yes, he is.
And what is the Syndicate? I have you on the phone. Tell me.
One of the reasons why I don't want to ever deal with Shuey again.
Because Shirley is friends with the Syndicate?
Yep.
And what is the Syndicate?
They're a group of idiots led by a guy named Dino.
And what do they do?
What's their purpose?
They do stupid things like Dino's one of Mutt's mods, and
it's the whole world we don't know about.
I know.
And what's he talking about?
Mutt's mods.
He's saying that there's a group called the Syndicate that is friends with Shuley that are after him on the website.
This is a cartoon in the making.
Yeah.
I got sucked into this weekend, and I spoke to Eric yesterday. Eric's one of those guys that gets violently angry, and then when you sit and you talk reason to him, he totally, like, changes his mind. There's some weird thing going on between the Stern Fan Network and the JFS, whatever the they're called.
The JFSers.
So I get an email from one of the JFSers over the weekend, some guy that works on the site. It's, like, ridiculously long, and it basically is, how could we, as a show, support SFN? Do we know what's going on? And I guess somebody posted Johnny Fratto's home number, and somebody posted Eric the Midget's home number. I look into it. They're making us sound like we're horrible people for supporting them. I look into it.
I don't support it. I mean, they're there. What am I going to do? Ignore them?
But it turns out that as soon as Mutt found out both things were done, they were taken down almost immediately.
Right.
And I said, Eric, yours was taken down almost immediately. Johnny's was taken down within 3 hours. I said, you can't monitor every single thing. As soon as he found out, even though you guys don't get along, Mutt was honorable and acted right away. And then there's that long pause, and he goes, I guess you're right. But in the meantime, you get these angry emails, but I'm like, it's a world I don't want to be part of.
Right.
They have their own little wars going on.
But what about the Syndicate?
Well, I think the Syndicate, are those the people at Stern Fan Network who are against you, Eric?
Right, and my technical advisor just said to tell you how you might want to get into the Syndicate because they are ripping you off. Right,
so there's another argument. They're claiming that somewhere on there, there might be a guy who has a posting. Johnny Fratto and Mutt are at each other's throats.
Really?
At each other's throats. They hate each other now.
But what about the Syndicate?
Well, the Syndicate was what Eric named them, I guess, is So people that might be...
What they name themselves.
Okay, what are they doing? What are they doing, Eric?
Well, I think you're trying to get to it.
Yeah, but it's funnier when you say it.
They're like my technical advisor's trying to tell me they're ripping you guys off by taking things from Howard TV and posting them on file sharing.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm against the Syndicate, too. I'm joining forces with you.
You're joining forces with Eric.
And the Syndicate are no friends of mine.
And we looked into it, and we're trying to find proof of that. But it's, again, like I get...
See, maybe he's lying about the Syndicate to get me against them.
He doesn't know.
They're your friend.
He only knows what he's being told by a guy.
Right. I see.
Right, Eric? Would that be fair?
I guess, but I trust Johnny.
Of course you do.
Well, let me tell you, this is really heating up.
I didn't know all this was going on.
A lot of negative emails flying back and forth to me and Tim, both sides saying we have to step in the middle and put our foot down. And I'm just like,
well, first of all, I have nothing to do with the Stern Fan Network, nor
the Syndicate.
No, I also want to deny any allegations.
Johnny Fratto's, whatever that network of his is.
I want to deny any involvement with the Syndicate.
But here's the argument that they make. This is what the argument they make in the email. By having Mutt have his own show here, we are in fact endorsing Stern Fan Network. Oh. And whenever they do anything wrong, they can't believe that somebody like you, who's as honorable, would let that go on.
Well, I know Eric once posted all of our private email addresses.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
And my phone number and my email address, yeah. You did, right,
Eric did that.
Right, Eric?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
Oh, how dare you.
Then by having Eric on, I'm endorsing him. Maybe I shouldn't have him on. Is that right?
Why did you do that, Eric?
I apologize for that last time.
Why did you do it? What were you angry about?
Well, you guys were taking a long time to get back to me about if I was going to be having that idol show on Sirius.
And you blew it away for us. You gave away all of our secrets. Wow.
Well, I was trying to get the fans to email you guys. And
wow, that's so mean.
Thanks a lot.
Well, you're no better than the Syndicate, then. Yeah,
you play by the same dirty rules.
You start with dirty rules, and now you got to live by dirty rules. Tim, what do you make of all this between the Syndicate, the SFNers, the JFSs?
All I've got to say to Eric the Midget is revenge is because when we first started here, he posted Gary's number, my direct line, the whole thing. Shit happens.
Shit happens. There you go, Eric. Live with it.
Now you pissed off Tim.
Live with it.
All right, obviously there's a lot going on. Oh, Mutt wants to explain the Syndicate. I got to hear this. I hope this is fascinating to everyone. It is to me. I am endlessly fascinated. Mutt, go ahead, please.
Hey, how are you? Hey, I wanted to say that first that Johnny Jr. is the one that posted Johnny's phone number, and it's on his contact page on his website, but we took it down anyway because we just don't want it to look bad. And as for this Syndicate thing, they keep trying to say that there's people on SFN bootlegging Howard TV. Nothing like that's going on.
Then I apologize to the Syndicate.
Anything at all that you need. Anyway, they're just fighting with us right now. I'm not fighting with them. They do get lots of the SFNers like working up back and forth because they like going into Eric's chat room and I'm screwing with them, but I'm doing everything I can to control them.
Now, you and Johnny, what's going on there?
I don't know. He wanted to, like, buy SFN at one point, and I wouldn't sell it, so now he started this other website, and he feels that he has to, like, take me down so he can be the new website. I don't really know. I'm trying to stay out of all of it. Some fighting went on.
How much did he offer you for?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Yeah, how much money?
He didn't come right out with a solid number, but there was like a 7-figure sort of like a roundabout offer. It was sort of like he hinted at that. And then just nothing ever happened with it. I just wasn't interested in selling. It was right at a time that I was talking to Tim about some stuff, and I didn't want to get rid of the site no matter what it was.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I had no idea it was worth that kind of money.
Yeah.
Is SFN worth more than JumpTheShark.com?
I don't know about that. But
all right. Well,
anyway, I just wanted to call up and say that we're not stealing anything, and I hope Eric loves us again one day.
Mutt, are you a part of the Syndicate?
No.
Can you reveal if you're a part of the Syndicate?
I think any internet mob stuff is just dumb, but, you know, if they want to, like, call themselves the Syndicate or if they want to call themselves the Fratto Social Club, like, it doesn't bother me.
How many people do you think are in the Syndicate that are, you know, currently at war with Eric?
I don't know, 20.
20.
You know, it's like...
Oh, man.
And who leads the syndicate? Who is this Dino?
Okay, at one point, this guy Dino started these internet radio shows. And then Johnny's group split off from the Syndicate. They all used to be part of the Syndicate, but they split off and started their own internet radio shows. And now they're fighting with one another because they're the better internet radio shows than the Syndicate, and somehow I'm mixed in the middle, and they've decided I'm the enemy because I don't hate the Syndicate. It's really dumb.
All right. Well, thank you, Mutt. I'm no clearer on this than before.
You have to choose sides, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to just stay out of their gay fight, and so somehow I'm one of the bad people, too.
All right. Across his screen is Mutt is lying.
Oh. Eric, why is Mutt lying?
That's my technical person doing that.
Oh, you don't believe that?
Well, I don't think... I think he's lying. I don't believe what he says. No, I just don't believe him.
All right.
Well, I love you, Eric. I think you're great on the show, and I don't know how to make this stuff stop. But I can tell you nobody's stealing nobody. I know your technical advisor had screenshots of something from back in October, but that was like some other website that had nothing to do with SFN, and that site was shut down in October.
Well, Mutt, you've given a testimony that you are not a member of the Syndicate.
No.
And I believe you. All right, thank you.
Hey, have a good one.
I'm wondering now, who is Eric's technical person? That sounds like a job as bad as being the sound guy on a porn set. I mean...
Could you imagine?
See, I don't know if the technical person is also the laundry person.
No, she said...
technical person.
He said the same guy who does the camera washes his underwear.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
All right, well,
I did not.
Eric, there's lots more to talk about, but unfortunately we're out of time, and who knows?
Hey, shut up for a minute. The first person, you see the little windows on the screen?
Yes.
Little windows.
The first guy is the technical person.
And by the way, Hook-Nosed Mike is on. He claims he's part of the Syndicate.
Oh, really?
Is that right, Hook-Nosed? You're in the Syndicate?
Morning, how you Hook-Nosed Jew bastard. Yeah, I do a show twice a week on the Syndicate, and all this with this little has nothing to do with what the Syndicate does, bro. We just go on there, we do our thing, we have a lot of fun, we get a lot of people, a lot of traffic coming in there to check us out, and then these people come into our room, and they had us shut down this week. You know, where we...
Is the Syndicate against Eric?
Well, Eric, apparently... Johnny Fratto and Eric and all these other people, they branched off from the Syndicate and they started their own thing, and then they started a hate battle between us. So they would come in here, and Johnny Fratto's got more money than we do, so he gave, Stickcam, the server, they used some money for a banner and everything else, and blah, 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 so now he's got the admins in his pocket. So whatever he...
Wow, Robin, who knew?
This is crazy.
I didn't realize that Eric was once part of the Syndicate and broke off.
Hook-Nosed idiot. I was never a part of the Syndicate.
Sounds like Hook-Nosed is saying you were a part of the Syndicate.
You probably were a big man in the Syndicate.
Eric, don't tell me that you didn't. Eric, don't tell me that you didn't come into my show one morning and I had these three broads on camera getting beat.
I was in there, but I never claimed to be a part of it. I never said I was a member.
Well, I never said that you were a member. I said Johnny Fratto and the people over at JFSC.
Well, obviously, this is something that's not...
The lines are getting blurry.
It's not going to... Are you guys as fascinated by this as I am?
I think I'm like...
I zoned.
Oh, you did really?
No.
Yeah,
I'm writing all this down. I've got a great... Eric's the superhero, and all these people are plotting against him.
All right. Eric, thank you. Hook-Nosed, thank you.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to say I went up against Eric one Saturday night, bro, and I took him down. You know what I'm saying? I had 6,000 people on my show.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's unbelievable. Eric, how did you let that happen?
Go up against me tonight at 8.
Hey, listen, Howard, if you come to my show, I actually get girls to come to my studio and take their clothes off, not just dream like this little bastard.
All right. Well, Eric, you've been challenged, and let's see if the better man wins.
Hal, listen, Saturday nights at midnight, brother, East Coast time, Syndicate Radio.
And Eric is on tonight with his American Idol chat show. All right, thank you. Thanks to both of you.
Bye-bye, pal.
Bye. Thank you, Eric.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, there you have it, Rob.
Wow, what an episode today.
I have to take a break. And I got to get to Lisa G. And there's so much going on, I can't even tell you. I have so much to play for you. But first, these words. So, there's a guy who works hard. Go ahead, Steve.
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. While Eric the Midget sits alone in a chair in Sacramento staring at his Sirius radio. What's his alleged sweetheart Kendra up to in Phoenix? Howard 100 News got its paws on some pictures of Kendra at the Penthouse Super Bowl party over the weekend. Eric the Midget's so-called girlfriend seen hanging all over Jose Mangan, who just happens to work here at Sirius. Kendra reported to have been very flirtatious, all the while ducking questions about dubious claims she's Eric the Midget's girlfriend.
Let me see that picture, if I may. It's hard to make out. What is she doing with this guy? Draping herself?
Oh, my goodness, she's all over him.
Oh, if Eric,
look at that outfit she's wearing.
If Eric saw this...
Oh, let me see. Is she hot in it?
Oh, my goodness. Look at Eric's girlfriend. This is not right. Artie, what do you make of that? All right, that says it all.
Clearly, Eric is her type.
What else you got there, Steve?
Meantime, Kendra, or someone identifying herself as Kendra, taking questions on Stern Fan Network about her alleged status as Eric the Midget's sweetie. Kendra claiming she is Eric's girlfriend, even though they've never met, going so far as to say she would love to meet the little guy's parents.
All right, fair enough. She wants to be with the parents, but not Eric.
Yeah, she's meeting everybody but Eric.
All right, what else is in the news? Anybody want to hear from Eric the Midget, whose agenda today is that he hates the Howard 100 News team and wants to get rid of them? Robin, you do too, don't you?
Yes, I'm on Eric's side.
Let's have a syndicate. Are you going to put out a hit?
Eric, hello. Sorry, Eric?
I said good morning.
Good morning. All right. Why do you hate the Howard 100 News team? I don't have much time, so let's get right to it.
Well, because when we had Kendra on the show, the JFSC, and she got on the phone with Johnny and got on air with you, Gary promised Johnny that Kendra would not be bugged by anybody.
No, that's not what I said, little midget. I didn't say that. First of all, you don't know what was said because you were trying to keep her off the show. So there's no agreement that involves you.
Johnny,
I said that when we had Kendra on, I'm talking, Shorty. I said that when we had Kendra on, we would treat her nicely, and we did.
Johnny told me that you told him that you would leave her completely alone.
That was never said. We never said that. We said we would be nice to her when she called in, and we were. And we are still nice to her. It's the Howard 100
What
News.
happened?
He's mad about that, talking about the picture, yeah.
No. That doesn't mean they're not nice. There's a picture, so what?
Fake story. That completely fake story.
You know what's so funny, Howard? Eric got a new camera. I don't know if you can see. Ooh. But it's a little bit clearer. You can really see the zits now. Look at all that.
There is no zits, you shit.
That and that.
Wow, that picture is good.
And he did his hair yesterday.
You can really see you now, Eric, on that JFSC.
It's a different angle.
It's amazing that you could get even odder looking.
Wow, you really...
Yeah, you should talk about being odd-looking, 8-boy.
Ooh. Hey, when are they going to get it so that, like Eric's lips move simultaneously with what he's saying?
You know something? I have a webcam that I use with my kid, and it's perfect. It's perfect streaming video. I don't know what he's using as a source to stream the video. That might be it.
He's still, like, a little bit choppy, you know what I mean? But, wow, that's such a clear picture. What, they bought a better camera?
I guess so, yeah.
No, it's my roommate's laptop.
Is it a different... Oh, it's your roommate's laptop. You never used that one before, right?
Right, I used it for the show last night.
Yeah, that is a much better camera than yours.
Yeah, call that camera the Zit Cam.
Yeah, Eric, you do have a lot of zits.
Someone in the room just typed no zits.
Oh, so then it must be true.
Then what's that stuff on your face? Seriously, on your cheek, right to the...
On the left.
Like the left of your nose.
On your chin.
On your chin, there's like a big...
By his nose, yeah.
That right here?
Yeah, what's that?
It's clearing up.
Okay.
And what about that one on your chin? Take a look at that.
There's nothing home.
Oh,
right on the button. Yeah, that.
Another one clearing up, but they're not.
So they're not zits.
And is that like one of those Gorbachev stains on his forehead?
It is a big red...
Just above the right eye?
You could circle it right here. Circle, Eric, circle this big red blotch on your... Right here, you see it? I'm circling it. on my screen.
It's like a map of Africa.
Yeah. What is that?
Nothing.
How come it's always red up there? Is that a stain?
No.
What is it?
Well, what is it? You see it.
You just heard me. I said it's nothing.
You don't see anything.
You're just red in certain spots.
That might be from that hair dye you're using. It might be running into your head.
No, I'm probably red out of anger.
Oh, red out of anger. Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense.
So you said there was a fake story? What was the fake story?
I got the clear story from her yesterday. She never asked him back to her place. She never held his hand, and she was never all over him.
So they photoshopped that picture?
I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about that. Well, Gary wants to tell you something.
You know, listen, I'm talking to the Howard 100 News Department. They're saying the story's totally true. And, Eric, think about it for a second. I know you don't have a lot of experience with women. But hold on, but if that did happen, wouldn't she lie to you about it?
Lie detector, that it's not true.
Lie detector what?
The guy that said he was holding a hand.
The jackass that did it.
How about lie detecting Kendra?
There you go.
I trust her.
Eric, did it ever dawn on you that she might not always tell you the truth because she doesn't want to hurt your little feelings?
Not true. She's not lying to me. I know it.
Little person, big feelings, Gary.
He's headed for a major fall. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, I feel bad. He's going to be heartbroken.
Why do you trust her so much? You hardly know her.
I just do.
He loves her. He loves her.
He's going to cry.
No, don't cry.
No, I'm not going to cry.
That new camera, I can see the tears rolling.
Yeah.
There's no tears, jackass. I don't know what you're looking at.
All right, we'll stop talking about
Hey,
it.
just real quick. Eric the Midget's show last night. This is his American Idol show. It was, again, fascinating.
Yeah, are you still fascinated with American Idol? It is so boring at this point.
Yeah, I actually turned it off. I was tired.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with it. But here is Eric. If you want a little taste of what Eric was up to during the Idol show, here he is with his co-hostess. And they are deep in conversation and analysis of American Idol.
Paula is useless. She's just there to make everybody feel good and say yes when they really suck. She's too high to proud.
She's a useless proud. Right. I don't know who's more useless.
Ever seen Paula Abdul in person, but she looks crazy.
She looks like she's gonna cut the girl, 18 years old.
Eric will answer your questions, like general questions, after the show. No problem. We'll have a Q&A session.
What is going on this week?
Right.
It's like a NASA lunar landing.
It is Mars Attack.
Look, there's better audio from the moon.
You can't make out one word Eric's saying. They said he'll answer your questions after the show.
I can't wait for that part. Eric, fabulous radio.
We did a much better job last night.
But you can't hear it. You did a better job for you and whoever you were in the room with.
You picked the clip where 4 people were trying to talk at once.
What clip should I hear? I'll pull another clip, okay? Here.
Not the correct word to say in here, jackass.
I think in this clip, Eric is yelling at some kid in the chat room.
Okay.
Yeah, King needs to mod up some people. I don't know if he's on mic there, Johnny, if you could tell him.
Yeah, I'm not modded. Oh, and hey, Ram, shut up.
Eric's yelling.
Yeah, Eric is actually reading it and watching the show.
Wow. Well, there's another clip of... Oh, wait.
Yeah, the bad part is I can't kick anyone right at the moment.
All right, there it is. Another exciting part of Eric's radio show.
Wow.
All right.
What was that we just listened to?
I'm not a mod. I can't take him out. Eric is actually reading and watching.
That's clearing up. That's another one that's clearing up.
That's some radio show. I mean, if they could at least...
You know, they're
Eric,
making radio backwards.
Eric, you can't talk to a guy in a chat room over your radio show and no one else knows what the f is going on. I mean, come on, if I can give you some pointers, I'm pretty good at this stuff.
Radio is going backwards with them. You know, you can hear radio.
Want to hear another clip or no?
Yes.
You do? I haven't heard these. All right, maybe this is a good one.
There is an oddball trying out in Atlanta. What the? A geeky-looking woman with...
I like that Eric makes fun of how the people look.
Geeky looking.
Yeah. You would think Eric would be sensitive to how people look.
Hello, I'm trying to paint a visual for the East Coasters, which had the show over for 3 hours.
Okay. It's just not nice.
Paint away.
It's just not nice to call somebody geeky. You know. No answer to that.
Eric, a regular Picasso with words.
Don't you think it could hurt their feelings when you call them geeky?
Yeah, like they're really listening.
Yeah, let us hurt their feelings. That's our job.
At least Eric's aware that nobody's listening.
Trying to do a rap song, and she was actually cursing.
A rap.
Oh no.
Well, there it is. That's another clip from Eric's show. I hope you enjoyed it.
I don't know if I consider that better than last week.
I think they took a step backwards myself. No offense, Eric. I think last week's show might have been better.
Our sound with this laptop is better than the sound on my computer.
I see. Hey, by the way, what name did you go by last night?
Eric the Bastard.
Oh.
Wow.
Shortened it up.
That you didn't call yourself Eric the Bastard, did you?
No.
What did you call yourself?
Eric the Butt.
Eric the Butt? I thought you didn't like gay sex.
I don't.
Right.
Why'd you call yourself that?
So why'd you call yourself that?
That goes along with Eric the Show.
Right. So what did you call yourself last night?
Eric the Shitty Penis.
Oh, his penis, yeah. Look at him. He's got the phone going. He's on the computer. He's like a CEO. Look at how busy he is.
Like Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
You look like Mitt Romney. Anyone ever tell you that?
My technical person just texted me, says, it's not radio.
What is it?
He's listening to it and is listening to you guys in his car, and he told me to tell you that...
I don't know what you're talking about, and I can't imagine what it's like to be your technical person, but...
You called it radio.
Okay, well, you're taking television backwards, then.
Then you take... whatever you're doing, it's backwards. It's gone backwards.
Just give us the name of the technology you're ruining.
Yeah, what technology are you ruining?
We'll say that.
What technology are you using? If it's not radio.
We are using, like I've said before, Stickum, GoDaddy.com,
what does that mean?
And Ventrilo.
So you're not doing radio?
No.
It's television. It's internet television?
Right.
Oh.
Okay, then you're taking that back.
You're ruining internet television.
All right, so then what the hell are you calling yourself on internet television?
Eric the Black.
All right. Well, then I'll make sure to view it. All right, Eric, thank you, and I appreciate your coming on the show.
Also, by the way, Mutt told you to sack yesterday. Until yesterday, his name was on the list of the Syndicate members.
Right, well, maybe we'll save that for another time.
Removed it.
Well, then he's not a member of the Syndicate. Maybe he didn't know his name was there.
I don't think Mutt's a member of the Syndicate.
He was until yesterday. I just said that.
I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. I don't think he's a member of the Syndicate. All right. Eric, thank you.
We really don't care if he's
You don't care if Mutt is a member of the Syndicate? I care. Everyone cares.
I don't care.
You're probably the only person in America that doesn't care.
High Pitch wanted me to say that he is going to be DJing on here tonight.
Oh, my God.
Oh, good. Okay. Hey, by the way, what does High Pitch call you?
Eric, the ignorant.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. Don't fall for that, Eric.
Eric's going to DJ.
Wow. All right. Hey, Eric, I got to go, and I congratulate you on your new camera. It's much, much better.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck with your show tonight. Eric will be on tonight on JFSC something.
It's another American Idol night.
Right.
I want to see if they can do this through computer technology. Can you create a hybrid whack packer like High Pitch Eric the Midget?
Yeah.
Can we?
Are you a JFSCer or a Syndicate member?
Oh, I don't know.
Sounds like something the Syndicate would do.
I was JFCer, but Syndicate's coming on strong.
Yes, Greg.
How we doing this morning?
Good.
What's wrong with Eric the Midget? Why do you think he could talk to everybody that way?
I'm going to tell you something about Eric the Midget. You know, I was just reviewing clips of his show from last night, the American Idol show, Eric the Idol expert. And, you know, I was just saying to no one in particular, to myself.
You were talking to yourself?
I talked to myself.
No, I actually heard you talking to yourself.
You jumped in. Yeah.
I have to...
Did you interrupt his conversation?
I interrupted because I thought himself wasn't listening properly.
Yeah,
I agree with everything you just said, by the way.
I said, I love Eric the Midget.
I really do, too.
Yeah, now I'll tell you why. I said, you know, this is a guy who has so many afflictions, I can't even begin to tell you.
He's not even supposed to be here.
No, he beat the odds. He really actually shouldn't even be alive, according to his doctors. And he beat the odds. And he has such a passion for life. He loves that American Idol. And he loves the chat rooms. And he loves to mix it up with people.
He wants to go to concerts. He wants to see wrestlers.
Yeah, but that's fine, but it's still, he should call up and...
No, but let me tell you. But let me tell you. Well, listen.
I mean, but I'm not that passionate about life.
He gets like you did something to him, like, you know.
But you know, even Gary could learn from Eric next time he's bored in Las Vegas. I mean, here's a guy. If you've seen Eric, he's a little person. His fingers are all fused together.
I know.
You know, I see what you look like.
Well. Yeah, and like here he is. He's so okay. So he created.
He's dyeing his hair.
He cares. He created this girlfriend. You know, it's exciting for him. He's never had a girlfriend. He wants a girlfriend. You know, who the f blame this guy? Everybody wants a girlfriend.
I couldn't imagine any day being passionate enough to dye my hair.
I understand what you're saying, but
let me finish. You don't even know what I'm saying.
He hasn't finished.
Every time I say one sentence, you jump in for 15 minutes. So, you know, here's a guy who, as you point out, dyes his hair and cares. But also, he's sitting there on this computer, and he's got a camera on himself, and he's kicking people out of a chat room, and he's busy. He can't wait to wake up and start the next day.
He's got an empire to run.
He's like a megalomaniac. He's got the JFSCers. He's got the Syndicate is at war with him. And he's created this wonderful universe for himself.
He looked like a CEO yesterday with the phone and the computer.
Yeah, he's multitasking all the time.
He's got something going on. The poor guy, you know, he sits in a wheelchair all day. He's jerking off into a bed.
You gotta wait for somebody to take him anywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, I love him. I love Eric the Midget, and I admire his ability to overcome adversity and to
mix it up. That's the best.
And the fact that he gets angry, good. Let him get angry.
And you know what? It's great, because sometimes I get angry at him, too. But I do love him as well.
I think his parts in the show are great. I mean, it cracks me up. You know, getting mad about, you're talking about his girlfriend. All right, let the kid think that. That's fine.
And he wants to take somebody on. He wants to defend her honor.
Listen, if you had his physical disabilities, would you give up on life, or would you take on life?
I think I'd be a little bit more nicer to people.
Well, listen.
I give up.
Say that.
Already gave up already. But.
Yeah, I give up, and I don't have any of my fingers fused together.
I mean, Artie could look up to Eric the Midget in a lot of ways.
Eric is a lesson for all of us.
While I'm looking down at him, I could look up to him. Think about how deep that is.
And that radio show, I mean, you have to hear...
Anybody listen to that?
Well, I have clips from last
We do.
night.
Our whole audience does every day.
I mean, yeah, no one listens to it but me.
I don't even care about American Idol anymore. I care about Eric watching it.
Well, he did a show last night. It's going to go down in history as his best. Because, again, here he is. I'll play a clip. Here he is watching American Idol. And I guess there's a girl on who Eric doesn't find good or attractive.
All right.
Oh, she's going to get executed now.
And here is a clip of her, of his show.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
One. This one, she's not even trying out. She's right now doing a little vocal warm-up in the holding area. Her tryout tonight, like the vocal warm-up. Oh, good grief. Supposedly she sings in the church choir and all this and that, but I think it's like the second or third person interview in the church choir.
Absolutely horrible. And it goes on.
This is getting worse and worse every week. I could hear him better the first week.
Here he is explaining some sort of, he's taken to putting some sort of lotion on his face to deal with the zits that we keep seeing on camera, yeah.
Because he looks very blotchy and red this morning.
Yeah, I'm watching him now.
Today I put some lotion on it. It was kind of helping the problem that Stern keeps pointing out.
Right.
Does it look like it's helping?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I would like to know if you have any acting roles coming up.
None that have been offered to me, no.
I mean, it's so terrific. That's a show.
Good Lord.
Eric, I believe that your show last night was among your best.
Thank you, I guess.
What can I do for you?
What is this condition you won't tell us about? You're using lotion for it.
Yeah, he's very blotchy today. You're very blotchy.
Stern, shut the fuck up.
Well, sometimes I don't know if you're even there.
The problem is I try to wash my face every day, and it's starting to dry my skin out.
Okay, I'm going to give you some advice then. I'm not a dermatologist, so keep that in mind. But, are you washing your face with soap?
Yes.
Okay. Your face doesn't need that much soap. What you're doing is, you're creating a condition. I use just some water on my face. I never soap my face. You're scrubbing or doing something bizarre, because I'm looking at you now, and you're extremely blotchy and red, and there's more pimples than ever.
You're a patchy mess.
No, they're not.
No, you are. Eric, I'm being honest with you.
You almost look like an Indian, you're so red.
I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm telling you.
I could feel my face. There are only 3 zits.
Okay,
that's it.
But there's a redness. Maybe it's dry skin from all of the soap you're putting on it. Enough with the soap.
Right.
That's it. Now, from now on, what are you going to use on your face? Some water. You splash it on there, and that's it.
Maybe he needs some more than water. Maybe he's oily.
Are you oily?
Yeah, and that's why I try to use soap and...
it's too much. You're creating...
over-the-counter products.
You need some oil of Olay or something.
You're creating a condition. What's that finger? You see the hand that's on the phone?
Yes.
What is that? There's a finger that appears to come out of nowhere. Eric, what is that?
No, see. And by the way, there are no fingers fused together.
What are they, though? There's something going on with that one.
Nothing. It's that finger there.
They appear to go backwards.
No, they don't go backwards.
They look like claws.
Sideways.
They go
the only surgery I've had done on my fingers is that one there, the pointer finger, and the thumb.
Okay.
There's no fusing or anything.
Why do the knuckles appear to go backwards?
I don't think he has all of his knuckles.
Do you have knuckles in those fingers?
Well, my knuckles are starting to get messed up due to my disability.
All right, see, that's what I mean. Then you got a great attitude. God bless you. That's all I'm going to say today. It's enough. That's all.
Right.
This video camera's heartbreaking to me. You're someone to be admired. That's what I'm going to say to you.
Thank you.
What do you think of that? The fact that you have this passion for life is remarkable. You're involved. You love television. You love celebrities. You love wrestling. You love women.
And as far as we're concerned, you have a hot girlfriend.
And he even, he doesn't think of a girl and say, I could never get her. When he was in love with Diana DeGarmo, he pursued it.
Stalked her.
I would not call it that.
She did, and so did her mom.
That's a stupid word the police have.
The police created that word.
That's according to you guys, but from what my friend Susan told me that talks to them, that's not their point of view.
Leave it to the police to come up with a word like stalking when Eric's just loving.
He's just a suitor.
They had him all wrong. No, I'm not saying you were literally a stalker, but you stalked her with the phone calls.
What you call romancing, the police call a second-degree felony.
Yeah, your lovemaking looks like a crime.
But you know what, Eric? And I got news for you. It's the same thing with me. The cops don't find me romantic at all.
Officer, my house is flooded with roses. He's really coming on strong.
Exactly. When a good-looking guy, I'm in the same boat as you, Eric. When a good-looking guy sends a chick 1,000 roses, it's cute. When we do it, it's like, okay, 911.
Now it's getting creepy. Mrs. DeGarmo, you told me I could call anytime I want to speak about Diana. Hello? Hello?
I know it's 3 a.m., but a lot of people are up.
She told me to call back.
A lot of people. Heath Ledger would have been up.
No way did I ever call at odd hours.
Okay.
All right.
Isn't every hour in your day odd, though?
Yeah, whenever he's calling, it's odd.
All right, Eric, look.
I do love him. He's like a friend. We love busting balls, and he does say vicious back, but that's all right. I mean, he's
entitled.
He's on the Howard Stern show. If you're a character on the show, he's going to hate me bringing this up, but my assistant Teddy called me upset the other day. And he's like, I don't know if I could deal with this. You're not really going to make me wear a uniform, are you? And I said, Ted, why don't you throw a dick? We're breaking your chops. I mean, it's the show. I'm not going to make you wear a uniform.
It's unbelievable. You know what?
And Eric can hang. Eric can
take it.
Yeah.
You should make Eric your assistant.
I just might.
Teddy can't hang. No, Eric can.
Teddy's a good guy. He can hang. But I was like, I couldn't believe that phone call. I said, Ted, come on.
Everyone around here is super sensitive. I was listening to the wrap-up show yesterday, and Benji and Gary were going at it pretty heavy. And I
heard some of that, too.
And I said, shame on Benji, because...
What were they going at it about?
Because Benji's kind of like, oh, well, I'm being singled out. Everyone hates me. Meanwhile, Baba Booey, Fred to a certain degree, Ronnie the limo driver, Scott the engineer, Artie at times. Dude, I've gotten it 50 times worse than Benji.
Benji, my personal life has been, just destroyed on the air at times. You have a lot of nerve saying that you're being singled out. We can't figure out
your personal life.
He's like, everyone hates me. And I'm like, no one hates you. Grow up. Just keep acting like a retard.
You're just ignoring a thing that you did something wrong. You can't fess up to it. And you're looking at it as a personal attack.
Well, he really doesn't see it. But Gary said to him, look, just don't run in the halls anymore.
I think most people here would say your meanness... When you get mean to me, it's meaner than you are on the dude.
It's meaner than his other meanness?
Go play the tapes and put yourself in Gary's shoes.
He's all around me.
Gary from day one has gotten goofed on with
the other day when I'm like, Howard, bull.
But the other day, Gary just tried to tell a simple story about Las Vegas.
That doesn't hurt you. I take what hurts you, and I crush you with it.
And you, with your lines, pile on those people. I'm sure there's a lot of funny lines you write.
That's right.
Might use,
There have been times Gary's been so filleted in here, I couldn't take another swipe at him.
What about me with my poor girlfriend?
And he walks in, and he lets it go. And it's all what?
You let Gary be a full person, which is fine. That's your decision.
A full person?
A fool. But for
I don't
me,
let Gary do anything.
Hey, you know what, Bench? Not for the first 15 years.
He was a half person.
He wasn't here for that.
I went into Fred's bag. Did I ever go in your bag?
Oh.
Really?
Oh, Fred, you don't remember?
I'm talking
Fred quit
about
the show. I laughed in his face.
He brought in a guy who basically was telling lies on the air about a fight that my wife and I had in the Rainbow Room.
And I would do it again tomorrow if I had the chance.
Right. And hopefully I'll be able to return the favor when it happens to you.
That's right.
But Howard doesn't want to be your friend. He wants to be the guy who makes fun of you.
No, I don't want to be that. I want to be the guy who brings sense into your life.
Well, forget that.
It's tough love.
You've never had that, Benji. I suspect in your life, no one's
too late.
really explained how things work.
I think it's way too late.
And I'm explaining. Trust me, I have figured out on my time on the planet how things work. And I'm giving you the benefit of my wisdom.
See, he's not going to listen. I can feel it.
I'm treating you better. My kids don't even get this wisdom because I can't come on strong with them. They're kids. You are a grown man who is now prepared to accept my wisdom.
Howard, I'm not talking about if you're saying, like, something work-wise you don't like. You have every right to do that.
When does he say something mean to you that has nothing to do with work?
Hold on one second.
You really don't think so, Rob?
Wait. I'm going to get back to this discussion, but Riley Martin is on the phone. He has advice for Eric about his skin, and Riley does know. One thing about Riley
has beautiful skin.
Riley has smooth, beautiful skin.
Black guys have skin issues sometimes, and they really do have to. One of my good friends had to do to his face that was so painful, I think.
Right. Riley, what can you advise Eric on here? This is a rare call where you're giving advice to Eric the man.
Sure.
Okay.
For some reason, my sleep schedule has revolved around until I'm catching you guys when you start off in the morning, and I consider this God's way to perpetually punish me.
All right, go ahead, Riley, please.
Good morning to you.
Disseminate this advice.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I applaud Eric on his lust for life. Eric, Howard is telling you correct about the water thing. Just use warm water on your face. Don't use soap. Secondly, go and get hydrocortisone cream. And you can also get the salve, but get the cream first. And you can get it over the counter. It's not like prescribed. And use that on your face. Put it liberally on your face. And if you're tender behind the ears, put it behind the ears. Your condition should clear up. In 2 or 3 days, you'll see, within 24 hours, you'll start seeing a great improvement.
Riley, wait a second.
Hydrocortisone.
I've used hydro on the face?
Hydrocortisone.
On the face?
Hydrotizone.
On the face? Why does he need that? Why hydrocortisone?
Because hydrocortisone is made of a number of natural substances that tends to work. Has worked for me for years.
That's what you use?
Yeah, that's what I use when I need it, which is not often.
Are you blotchy?
It's not going to harm you.
Are you blotchy or ashy?
No, well, over time, my skin has the tendency. I have tender skin on my face. And over time, tends to occasionally get tender. It'll work for anyone. It'll work for you, even you, Howard.
Really? I can't believe that. All right,
well, Eric, you could take that advice if you want.
Yeah, Eric, I don't know. I don't know about hydrocortisone, but the warm water I agree with.
This is what I use, and it's a tried and proven on me. Personally, I would not suggest anything that
Riley used it and he started thinking he was picked up by aliens.
Yeah, maybe it's hydrocortisone that's
Robin, that's a small price to pay for clear skin.
Riley, maybe you're hallucinating from all that hydrocortisone.
Yeah, no, really and truly, I'm trying to give the man some good advice.
All right.
And otherwise, try it for 3 days, and if it does not work, let me know.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Riley. Riley Martin, by the way, does a radio show right here on Howard 101.
Dr. Riley.
New Year.
That's Tuesday night, Howard 101.
At midnight. All right, thanks. That's Riley. Eric, there you go.
Well,
Well, let me get back to this conversation, if I may, please, with Benji. And because this all is so interesting to me, people who complain about their situation here vis-a-vis.
I like being here, and I'm voluntarily being here.
No.
And you're voluntarily having me here. But I do have feelings sometimes, and so do you.
Of course. But everybody does, and everybody puts up with it. The fact of the matter is, this is so interesting. Gary Delabate Babafui got an email from Dan the Song Parody Man, who's demanding an apology from Gary.
That's for saying that he wasn't good dinner company?
Yeah, for saying he wasn't good dinner company. And the letter went something like, you know what, Gary? I can't believe you went on the air and said I wasn't good dinner company. And I'm getting a lot of grief for that I'm not good dinner company.
Oh, my goodness. Other people weighed in and said that's true?
And I contribute a lot of really good bits to the show and stuff, and people should know that. And
he does. That's true.
And Gary, you owe me an apology. Well, Gary wrote me a letter back, goes, I'm pissed at this guy. Go ahead.
You know what? I emailed him back and I said, listen, I think that you contribute to... His contributions to the show are amazing. Yeah. He's a great song parody guy. I said, I'm not sure how you telling a boring story has anything to do with your ability to make great... you're a valuable asset to the show. And I said, I'm not even sure that this is real, but if it is, I think you're out of your mind. Because his last line is, I deserve an apology. If I don't get one, go yourself.
It was real. It was a real note.
So here's the deal. Dan, I think you are an amazing asset to the show, and I'm not going to apologize that you tell crappy stories.
Right.
But I love you as a contributor.
Sure.
Boy, it's very sensitive around here.
And same with Benji. You get it. Gary gets it 50,000 times worse than Benji.
Well, he's got Gary's got it coming from back and front.
I thought you were going to kill Benji on the wrap-up show yesterday. He was making you mental.
I was mad because, he was trying to make it sound like it's our fault for being mad that he runs in the hallway. It was sort of like, listen, if you don't want me to run... He goes, first of all, he kept calling it hustling. He goes, I can't believe I'm getting yelled at for hustling to get to work. And I go, that's not hustling.
No, here's the serious part of it. Benji, you don't understand, or maybe you do, and this is a shtick. I don't know what it is. No one else in this company, in this troupe, I don't know how many people we have hit these channels, 100, 150, I don't know, between the news and everything else.
We're like an improv troupe.
Right. This gang of ours,
we're like a circus.
There's nobody who times their entrance the way you do with this everyday, this extraordinary stampede that you perform. And people don't like it because they feel they're going to get hit by you or get into an accident with you, and it's giving people in the building, I'm talking about the security people, agita. So when someone says to you, can you stop it, you fail to see the reason, and you argue.
That's a personal attack?
It's not a personal attack.
No,
it's just
I didn't say that was.
Stop. That's not personal.
I didn't say that was.
So what is your problem?
I have feelings of the... Listen.
But just stop it. Just say, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore, I'm going to be on time for work. And then you wouldn't have to have any... You wouldn't have any attention brought to you.
I've said that.
But you don't do it.
So what is your problem?
You say it, and then what happened?
He said yesterday at the wrap-up show, this is where Benji and I talked about it after the show. First of all, he didn't realize, he thinks that this is us doing shtick to fit Benji because we hate him.
No,
and I don't
hate him.
I told him that quite a few people that work here had come to me over the past few months to complain about the stampeding thing. Like it wasn't a bit for the air. It was real. But Benji's whole rap is, I don't think running, this is what got me crazy. I don't think running's such a big deal, but if that's what you think, it's fine. I won't do it anymore. But it's almost like, I'll stop doing it, but you're stupid for thinking that it's a pain in the ass.
No, you hate him for thinking it's bad.
But I don't hate him.
But he's paranoid.
No. See, but you as a boss should have handled it the way you handled it at the end. I heard that. You should have said, look, dude, don't run. Argument over. What do you think about it?
I was so mad. I go, don't run. Next topic.
But as a boss, that's how you have to act. So,
well, he tried that, but Benji
will argue that.
How did Benji do today getting to work?
How did you do today? Tell us about your routine today, how it differed and how it worked out. I saw you were on time. You looked relaxed. You're not sweating.
He was sweating a little bit. I think he was anticipating his conversation.
One of the guys who might have been at the Giant parade yesterday was outside, and I walked in 5 minutes to 6 and went, Benji got here fucking early. That fag. So I got the report.
So how did your day differ today than all the previous days?
I got here a little earlier.
Okay. So you woke up, you set your clock 5 minutes earlier?
No.
What did you do?
I've been up for hours.
You didn't stay up all night?
Oh, you were up all night?
Yeah.
Okay, and at what time did you leave your place?
I don't know exactly.
But you left earlier than you normally do? Okay, and you came in a relaxed way. You didn't have to run through the halls. You had your ID ready.
It was really weird. I actually, no joke, and maybe it's something weird about, like, I lost my ID like 3 times.
You lost your ID because you're angry. You're hostile to the idea
that could be why, but maybe it was some sort of panic.
Well, let me tell you something. You probably were in a panic about, for the first time in your life, being a disciplined adult. Listen, let me tell you something about you psychologically. You don't want to grow up. I mean, why grow up? That would break the tie to your mommy and daddy.
You're a Toys R Us kid.
If you took pride in being a grown man who walks into his office with pride, he's achieved something in life, you walk in, you're an organized man, that image would mean you no longer need mommy and daddy.
Yeah, It's hard to believe he's older than Artie.
Much older from what we hear.
Oh,
but you know, Benji,
do you understand what I'm saying, Benji?
What?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't...
Why do you prevent yourself from seeing yourself as a competent grown man?
I do see myself that way.
No, you don't. Not when you run in like a bull in a china shop, like a little baby, and I don't have my...
To me, that's not a babyish thing to run.
Well, Benji,
not to run.
I heard the rap yesterday, hustle. The euphemism you were using was hustle yesterday.
Okay, so you did better today, and I bet it felt good on some level, right?
And he knows what time he left his apartment.
Psychological statements about what running means, and then not let me say what it means.
How did you feel being on time today? How did you feel?
I felt fine.
You felt good.
And you can narrow it down when you left your apartment. Come on, be serious. What time about did you leave your apartment? And you know to leave about that time every day. That's what
time
people
did you
do.
leave?
Around 5:45.
Okay. So
you know that gets you here.
So if you leave at 5:45.
You will not have to run.
You don't have to run. You get here on time. You're in charge.
Do you walk or do you take a cab, Benj?
I do both, but this today I took a
Because,
cab.
again, I'm saying that even that sounds a little tight to me.
No, it's tight, absolutely. But he's not dealing with traffic or anything.
On the show
What must have been he had been doing before? Leaving at 5?
I don't know. On the show yesterday, Howard, we talked about how here's what's going to happen. Because remember you had that really uncomfortable conversation where Benji almost got fired?
Right.
He'll be on time, and then it'll get a little closer.
Right.
And then it'll get a little closer.
No, he's going to be a grown-up now.
He even admitted that
big boy.
It's going to get back to where it goes soon, he thinks.
No, you're berating me.
What do you mean berating you?
You were berating me yesterday, and I was just like, yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Do you have examples of that?
Howard TV has footage of Benji walking in calmly this morning. I'm going to show it to you right now. Here he is.
Any sound?
Yeah, why not? Put the sound on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear anything.
No thundering stampede.
There he is, opening the door. No thundering stampede. He's walking in organized and relaxed and smiling.
He looks like a grown-up.
It looks like 60 Minutes. You know,
That's
the shot where the guy walks in.
Professional New York City businessman comes to work.
That's how a grown man comes to work. That's it. You look like a grown-up. You don't look like a charging...
You're not a preschooler.
...maniac every single day. One day it happens, you come running in, and once a year... I understand that. I understand when you're late and you want to be on time.
Howard, I want to bring one thing up yesterday that Benji seems to overlook. He was even talking about how he admires the security in this building and the people, what they do. When you run in,
you guys are mixing up a bunch of different
Excuse me, I was
issues.
speaking. Benji?
But you guys are mixing up.
I was
but
speaking.
The security thing was because I forgot my ID.
Benji.
It has nothing to do with running.
Fred, he's too embarrassed and ashamed.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll let him be embarrassed for a minute.
All right.
And then I'll try and make a point. If you would listen.
Okay.
If you can't listen, then I'm just going to shut up.
You better shut up then, Fred.
All right.
No, let Fred talk. I want to hear what he has to say.
Because here was something that Benji said yesterday that I thought about.
I'm having trouble listening to Fred.
Well, that's your problem. Go back to your shrink. Anyways.
Just like Benji, I can't listen to you.
Hey, why don't you go run down the hall while I have this conversation?
Go ahead.
The abuse is now being scattered around like the Harlem Globetrotters.
He was saying how he admired the job that the security people did and how hard a job it was. Now, when you come running through there, don't you make their job harder? Don't you create a security risk, which in essence ruins everybody's life around here? Because they're watching you run, and they're not paying attention to their job.
Right.
No, but you mixing up
Benji, answer the question. Don't give me don't give me an addendum. Answer the question.
I can't take this anymore.
No, I know what Fred's trying to say.
No, I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm done.
Can I interpret it?
No, please.
Most of the security guys here are African Americans. When they see a white kid from North Carolina running, they fucking think trouble.
No,
they think lynching.
They head towards the hill.
They think lynching.
One more thing.
Yes.
Benji, Benji and I were very serious.
I'm trying to make a joke.
I'm offended.
This conversation's not working for me.
I'm offended by the fact that on the Rapper Show yesterday, because I told you what we wanted from you, you interpreted that as a berating. Every time I told you how we wanted you to act, you argued it, and now I hear the next morning that I berated you.
Here is the show last night. And Erica the midget, thank you. I mean, the actor, Eric the actor, thank you.
Eric the inspiration.
Does he have something else to say? We are on another topic
Don't cut him off.
I just want to say that in Benji's defense, we actually here at the JFS, he appreciate him coming in and visiting with us. And last time he was in, he sang Disney tunes I wasn't here at the moment.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
No, we take back everything we said about you.
Yeah, you're a pain in the ass, too. All right, thank you.
Just get the hydrocodone cream.
Benji and his Disney tune.
On Sunday...
I can't hang up on him.
Just spread the poison on your face.
Tune into VH1 for Scott Baio, 46 and pregnant. And here on the JFSC, we'll be doing a show during the show.
You'll be doing a show?
Yeah.
All right, you're a fan of that show?
Johnny Fratto is going to be on it, and Johnny Jr.
All right, thank you, Eric. All right, very good. Okay,
Wow.
I got to get out of this.
What great promotion for Scott Baio.
Right. There should be 5 people on that thing. All right, here's the wrap-up show from yesterday.
I think 5 people might be watching the actual show.
You know, Benji accuses me yesterday. I heard him attack me.
Well, let me play this, and you can listen for yourself. This is what happened. And then I'm going to drop this subject, and it's enough. Everybody here Benji doesn't get any more shit than anyone else.
Right.
I think Benji is somewhat odd and disturbed. Disturbed. And I have to straighten him out.
Very disturbed.
Yeah, and I straighten him out from time to time, just like I straighten out everyone else here.
He's a jerk-off.
Right.
I mean, you know, look, in my neighborhood...
He needs to be called on the carpet.
You wake up and a guy acts like, you know what, that guy's a jerk-off.
Yeah, you see, there's a douchebag. I'm going to see if I can straighten him out and help him out.
I'd like to actually, every once in a while...
The talk of the town. He is the toast of the town.
The toast. They're toasting him already.
The burnt toast.
He was on the Joe Buck HBO premiere talk show, the first talk show in Joe Buck's...
Joe Buck's 2 Live.
Joe Buck Live.
Right.
You know, they're making a big deal about Artie's language on the show, and it's weird to me because, you know, they have the cat house, like prostitutes fucking
guys. Yeah, but
guys.
HBO's schizophrenic like that.
Yeah.
You know, like on certain shows you're not supposed to do it, and somehow you're supposed to know which shows are for cursing and which shows aren't.
What about Sex and the City?
Right.
They used to, I mean, the stuff on that show offended me.
But then they'll have something like the Bob Costas show, which never had any cursing in it.
I know, but they said, okay, I mean, they said do anything you want.
Well, I think they're schizophrenic in the sense that I think Joe Buck was going for more of a Letterman-esque kind of talk show where they talk sports and hang out. And
right, because if you watched it, it was the Costas show. There was never any cursing.
I do believe, though, that these guys, when they booked you on the show, you know, sort of thought that you would be a talk show guest in keeping with your Letterman appearances and your Conan appearances and stuff like that. I think they probably were really blown out by the language, but nevertheless,
they should have said something. Right. They shouldn't have said "go to town."
They gave me no guidelines. Listen, I mean, this is crazy. I did an interview with the New York Times yesterday. Like, I mean,
about this?
Yeah.
Well, it's a big story in the sense that you went on, and HBO is now upset with you.
Right.
Oh dear.
And in fact, I was reading the paper today. They've blacklisted Artie from HBO Sports, which
wow.
I don't think.
Well, geez, Artie, I'm sorry for you.
I don't know how that would affect your career, but maybe it would. I don't know.
Look, me blacklisted from anything could affect my career, sure.
Oh, no, the HBO Sports Department was a major plank.
Here's the article. HBO wipes hands of Artie. Artie Lang meet the HBO blacklist. Lang, Howard Stern's radio sidekick, is persona non grata at HBO Sports after his profanity-laced segment on Monday's premiere of Joe Buck Live. I tell you what, I never knew who Joe Buck was. Now I do.
Yeah, I mean,
there's something good that came out of this.
Sure.
He can do, he can go do as many Howard Stern shows as he likes, but he will no longer appear on HBO Sports or Joe Buck Live, HBO Sports President Ross Greenberg told the Post yesterday.
Wow.
Well, that's the greatest news ever. I can do as many Howard Stern shows as I want.
How does Ross know that you can do as many shows
when
as you want?
When did he get permission to do this show?
He's executive producing this show.
He's the president of Hollywood.
Howard, if that's true, and you make that decision, I couldn't be happier about.
We don't have any interest in his world. That's a quote from Mr. Greenberg.
You have your own world.
Lang appeared with actor Paul Rudd, barely,
Paul Rudd didn't get a word in.
But they weren't trying. Did you see them struggling for words?
No,
Howard, they
had a good time.
They went, yeah, they both loved it. If you watch it, the crowd is guffawing. Like, Michael Irvin is laughing. Like, look, I'm not going to say this about a normal appearance, but I have to defend myself. Like, Jimmy Kimmel texted me yesterday. He said, dude, that appearance was epic. They should have you back on every night.
Like, you should be his sidekick. Somebody said to me there should be the Artie and Joe Buck show.
Yeah, I mean, so Ross Greenberg has, I mention him a lot in this New York Times. I don't know if the New York Times thing ran at all, but he sounds like a moron. He gave me no guidelines, and he knows what I do. He read my book. He saw my stand-up. Can someone explain to him why I wouldn't do what I did on Letterman? It's CBS, it's Letterman, and quite frankly, I have a lot more respect comedically for David Letterman than I do Joe Buck.
Lang, discussing his appearance on yesterday's Howard Stern show, said Greenberg told him to go nuts if the discussion flagged. So go fuck yourself. I don't care how important you are in the business, Lang said to Greenberg. That's regrettable, Greenberg fired back. I said to him prior to the show that we need your energy if things get boring. He misconstrued that. I didn't mean that we needed this, which was a far cry from energetic. It was a mean-spirited, vitriolic diatribe with guttural language.
Howard, take away the first thing I said, okay?
Right.
And which was just a crazy joke that is the first time the audience reacted to anything, okay?
Right.
And the kid Jason next to me started whooping it up afterwards. Whoa, and the place went nuts. Then after that, it really was just me and Joe ribbing each other. And I told a story about his father. And I mean, that was really, that's what I did. And everything killed. I mean, But I don't care if I'm ever on HBO ever again.
Right.
This is the show that sells tickets to there's guys who have HBO stand-up specials that open for me on the road. I mean, that's the truth, because I'm on the Stern show. I mean, I don't care, Ross. I really just don't care.
All right. Let's see. So Artie, who ever since he got off heroin is very energetic, appeared on a bunch of shows.
He is Mr. Energy.
Tim Sabian called me and asked me to call into Chris Russo. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, you can do sports with Chris.
Yeah, right. and
I heard that, by the way.
You heard it, Fred?
Oh, yeah, I heard that, by the way. He's not your friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Russo was, he was doing...
I didn't think Russo was... I thought you might have overreacted to Russo, and I'll tell you why.
I definitely think so, too.
I haven't heard the whole thing. We'll play it now. He thought you weren't funny. So you say, well, some people think I'm funny, and some people don't.
Okay, he had an issue with the language, too, and I just explained that I said, well, look,
but
Chris...
you got so angry with Chris. It was like saying, who cares what Chris thinks, whether you're funny or not? Just be like, you know what? I thought I did well. That's the only person I answered.
Well, I was told that he was bashing me for a while. Well, that's what I was told. Tim said you got to call in...
Tim wanted you to react to what was being said.
Tim asked you to call in.
And then Artie slammed this guy, Mike Francesco. Turns out Mike was defending Artie. You were on fire.
Oh, dear.
Well, I've been wanting to slam Francesco for a while. He gave me a bad tip on a couple of college games here.
Well, that's very understandable. So, anyway, let me play you the Artie. What was Artie busy with yesterday?
Yeah,
page.
How many shows yesterday?
I'm going to get you a bunch of clips here. What page is that again, Gary? The Artie page.
Artie has his own page.
JD, page 1. Okay. All right. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. What about that first clip? Can I pass on that one and just get right to
pass on the first clip.
Okay. Here's Artie versus Mad Dog. The two of them going at it yesterday.
People guffawed laughing. They don't laugh. They laugh politely if they have to. People were barreled over laughing. Watch the fucking tape.
Artie, I'm a big fan. You were not funny.
And
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of yours, Artie. I watched. You were not funny. That was not a funny set. That was not a funny 8 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I'm a big fan of yours about sports, but you don't know shit about being funny. When you're funny, it's funny when...
Artie, I'm not trying to be funny. You tried to be funny, and you weren't funny.
Exactly. I was trying to be funny, and I was funny. Howard Stern thought I was funny.
We all know.
I got texts from people I barely know. Jimmy Kimmel sent me a text saying that appearance was epic. It was the best thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious, and they're going to have you back. Every funny person I know thought I was funny. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Chris, I love
Billy Crystal, Artie, Billy Crystal didn't think you're funny. And Billy Crystal is better than Jimmy. And Billy Crystal is bigger. Billy Crystal is bigger than Jimmy Kimmel. And Billy Crystal did not think you were funny.
Billy Crystal, let me tell you about Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal hates Howard because Howard busts his chops. Billy Crystal's funny, but he's an uptight prick. He's a politically correct, uptight bastard. He's an egomaniac. We've sent out Stunner and John to ask him questions. We play a tape. Oh, Howard's not funny either. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented.
Wait.
Wait, let me talk. I think Billy Crystal is unbelievably talented. His stand-up is unreal, but he's full of himself, and he's taking it too far. I'm a Yankee fan like him. Now he thinks he's Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Pretentious, Mr. I Meet the President, so I don't give a fuck what he thinks is funny. I give a fuck what my fans think are funny, and they thought it was funny, Chris.
Artie.
And I don't care if you think it's funny either, even though I'll listen to you talk about the Jet-Giant schedule and what the record's going to be, but don't tell me about being funny, and I won't tell you about...
Well, no, but Artie, you need a guy. You tell me about sports. You're allowed. I mean, I don't say, well, I don't know. What does Artie know about sports? I don't say that. So why should you say that about me about why I can't judge a comedian? What, you're allowed to judge your sports and I can't judge a comedian?
You're entitled to your opinion, but I don't respect your opinion about comedy. I tell you about sports, and a lot of times I'm wrong, and if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll believe it. Chris, I love you, man. You know I'm a huge fan of yours, but you're wrong about this. I was funny, and look at the audience. They guffaw.
You can't judge.
Michael, wait, Chris.
Oh, hold on now. Let me get this straight. Artie, let me get this straight. I'm not allowed to judge your comedic value, but Michael Irvin can. Is that the way it's supposed to work? I can't judge it, but if Michael Irvin laughs, you must be funny. Michael Irvin doesn't know anything.
Chris, you could judge whatever you want. And Michael Irvin could judge whatever you want. I don't give a fuck about it either way. I'm just saying one's right and one.
Well, hold on. You brought up Michael Irvin 4 times and he thought it was funny. Well, why should Michael Irvin be able to judge it? I can't. That doesn't work. Michael Irvin's not a comedian. Well, why can't he's a football player. A retired one at that.
I'll tell you what.
He's got no credibility with comedy.
Chris, you're going to let me talk?
Yes, go ahead. You got to answer the question, though.
Because, Chris, I met Michael Irvin, and quite frankly, he's funnier than you are. That's how it is. You're funny, and you don't...
Michael Irvin can't get a job in the media business. ESPN fired Michael Irvin. Nobody wants Michael Irvin on. You're making Michael Irvin's a big talent in the broadcasting field?
Why the fuck was he on?
Because he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Artie. You think he's not because he's funny?
And I'm on Joe Buck Live because I'm on a Hall of Fame radio show. How'd that sound, motherfucker?
Well, that's different, Artie. We're not talking about... Forget Stern. We're talking about your appearance as far as humor is concerned and about language and about all those things. How about going on, Buck, last night and use better language and not make everybody cringe in America?
And being boring and nobody cares. Would you be talking to me right now if I went on and talked like Carol Burnett for fucking an hour or some other fucking jerk-off you think is funny like Bob Hope? You're talking to me right now because of what I did.
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Is Bob Uecker funny?
Yeah, Bob Uecker funny?
I think Bob Uecker's hilarious.
Okay, does Bob Uecker use bad language?
Off the air.
No, in his jokes, does he use bad language, Artie? The answer is no.
What the hell is he talking about?
Chris, you're caught up in the 1940s, brother. I'm a Richard Pryor fan. I'm a George Carlin fan. I love Sam Kinison. I love guys who were on the edge. You don't. It's a difference. Howard Stern. And don't bullshit me, man. I used to listen to you and Mike and Mad Dog, and you guys would always talk when you were kissing Imus's fucking old ass. You would go, oh, Howard works blue. I don't work blue. I grew up listening to Howard, man. I work blue. And Joe Buck knew that, and he got it, and the fans fucking loved it, and today people are talking about his show because of it.
The one thing I don't understand, maybe you know this and clear it up, Artie. When did Billy Crystal comment on Artie's appearance?
I don't know.
Never.
Russo seems to be aware of something no one else. Maybe they had a personal conversation.
Are they close, Billy Crystal and Mad Dog?
I have no idea.
Howard.
That is so funny.
Howard, listen.
I got more, by the way.
I know, but listen, I am a fan of Russo because he's real. He's really a geek. I mentioned Norm Macdonald to him, and he said, the guy on Cheers, Norm.
No.
You know what I mean? You know, so he doesn't know anything about
outside of sports
or modern day stuff.
It wasn't his cup of tea.
Right, exactly. But he was yelling at me too, Howard. I mean, I was yelling back.
Michael Irvin thought it was funny.
He did.
That was fun. Chris is a funny guy.
He is funny.
When he starts yelling, he's just funny.
I love when two guys argue over whether they were funny or not. It's the best. I mean, I've gotten caught up in that crap.
Was the best. He's a football player.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, right, exactly. Well, whoever's in the audience, when you're a comic, you're just happy anyone's laughing, man, you know.
It seems like you're getting caught up lately in a lot of fights with people, a lot of agitation. I'm worried about you, honestly.
Honestly, Howard, I'm fine. I really am. But people are fucking with me.
But I don't know. You think everyone's fucking with you.
No, I'm fine now.
You are?
And I'm in therapy, and it's starting to work.
It's working?
Did you talk to your therapist about this?
I have a shrink session today. And,
good.
Good.
How long?
I love the guy. He's finally back from his honeymoon.
How many hours is the session today?
It's going to be about an hour and a half because I have a book signing tonight, so I have to calm down.
Right.
But I have so much anger in me. I do.
Boy,
I have anger in me,
really do.
and I'm working on it.
Okay. What is it, Fred?
I have a couple of thoughts. Book a triple session, number one.
You got it, Fred.
And number two, I heard that exchange yesterday, and in my opinion, Russo has no credibility whatsoever to judge who's funny and who is not.
No, you're missing the point.
But it's his opinion on
comedy. He's commenting on what he thought was funny.
But the difference in the argument, too, is he's commenting directly on what Artie does for a living as opposed to what's funny, and Artie's not commenting on what he does. What if Artie would have come out?
He does. Artie says
I don't say he does a
Artie
bad job.
says he's a fan.
I don't say he does, but what if he called in and says, I don't think you're doing a particularly
He says
good show
he
today.
likes Artie, he's a fan, but he didn't think this performance was his best.
I think that's a nice little cop-out when people want to say something shitty about you. They preamble it with, I
agree.
You know, I'm a fan, but... He sounds like that guy, Mark Krisky.
Look,
Howard, I
he
was
gave his opinion. Right. Quite frankly, who cares what Mad Dog's opinion
I agree with
is?
it. But
Artie did his thing.
I just want to say one thing. Also, his opinion is colored because his favorite comedian is Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
And that's not even a joke.
Well, I mean, you know, Carol O'Connor is a great actor, but exactly, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Second point, I listened long after Artie had his meltdown on the air, and he admitted, I believe he admitted he didn't even see it.
Oh, so then how could he comment?
You know what? That's the beauty of Chris.
He did not see the show.
Mad Dog didn't see the. Did he watch the performance on YouTube or something?
No,
he either watched it on YouTube or he heard the tapes.
Or Billy Crystal called him.
He did not see the show.
Billy Crystal called him from the movie
set.
set.
I'll apologize ahead of time, but I believe it was about maybe a half hour, an hour afterwards you admitted you didn't see the show.
I just like that Billy Crystal is discussing this with Mad Dog.
It would have been nice if Billy Crystal could have said it in his own words.
Hey, Howard.
Yes.
First of all, before a Springsteen concert, I went on Mad Dog's show a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And what I did on the Joe Buck show compared to what I did on Chris Russo's show looked like Romper Room. I mean, and he hugged me afterwards and said, that was great. I loved it. I mean, this is satellite radio. I am a dirty comedian. I admit that. I'm not as smart as Jerry Seinfeld, I guess. I'm not as smart as...
But when you go on, let's say, Letterman or Conan, you do not work dirty. You're able to do both.
I can do both,
That's right.
But on HBO, I figured, what the hell? Let it loose, man.
Right.
Why not?
All right, here's Artie versus Mad Dog round 2.
Oh, boy.
Artie, can we calm down with the language on that kind of show? Can we do that?
Listen, it's HBO, Chris. I will never listen to you with comedy advice, okay, buddy? You pick up my DVD, I curse like crazy. It's rated NC-17.
But I know when I buy your video. Artie, I know when I buy...
I'm not going to your fucking kid's 8th birthday party.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Turn off HBO? I know if I buy your video, I know what I'm getting. I know when I sit there and buy your book, I know what I'm getting.
It's HBO. Artie Lange's on HBO. What do you think? You're going to hear me through a psalm from the Bible? You got to be... Are you that stupid?
You can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down. Artie, you can't calm down a little bit?
You can't calm down a little bit right now either?
I'm fine. You can't calm down a little bit, Artie?
You're not fine. You're not fine. You know what, Chris? No, I like to go over the line. I like to shock. I like to be funny. I like creating uncomfortable shit, and I love conversations like this. This sells books, man. I'm a businessman, too. My book went through the... I'm #1 on the Google Trends today. I don't give a shit about shit that much, except I want to be funny in my own way. I'm not censoring myself for anybody. This is like Lenny Bruce shit, man. Lenny Bruce got arrested, so I'm allowed to curse on HBO, and I'm going to fucking honor that. Howard Stern went through hell to be able to get me to... Howard Stern got FCC fines. Howard Stern's the reason you're allowed to talk like this on the radio right now, and I'm going to honor that.
I'm not using bad language, Artie. Listen, I love Howard. I don't use bad language during a talk show.
You love Howard. There was different shit going on a few years ago with you and your fat fucking...
Oh, we got to leave Mike alone, Artie. Please, that's not fair. Don't get on Mike. It's not his fault.
Mike's fat ass is giving me shit. I saw Mike once at a Knick game. I couldn't believe they didn't sell him 3 seats. His ass was so fucking...
Oh, Artie, come on. Don't pick on Mike. What did Mike do? Mike didn't do anything to you.
I'm not picking on Mike, but he's picking on me, so I'm hitting...
Well, when is he picking on... Artie.
Chris, let me tell you something. I'm from the street. You hit me, I'm hitting you back.
When did Mike pick... In 20 years that I was with Mike, he never mentioned you once. When did Mike pick on you?
I got a bunch of phone calls saying Francesa's trashing you, so guess what?
Did you... Artie, did you hear it yourself, or are you going by what your friend told you?
Oh, right. I'm sure my friend would call me up.
Well, I mean, people like to cause... Artie, people like to cause dissension. Yes, friends will call up. Yes, friends will say... People say things to get a reaction. That's what people do.
Chris, don't teach me about radio. I know people make shit up, but there's no way. I guarantee you Francesa gave me shit, just like you're giving me shit.
Not in 20... Artie.
I give a fuck about Francesa. I give a fuck about you, so I'm calling in. That's it. I mean, I don't have proof, but you know what? Whether I have proof or not, Francesa...
listen, here's what I'd say.
Listen, one thing. Whether I have proof or not, Francesa still has a big fat ass.
No, I mean, listen, heavy. I'll buy that, but 19 years, and I worked with Mike for 19 years. He never said a word about it. He never.
I know. That's not what I'm talking about.
The last 8 months, if he said something, I don't know that.
He didn't say a word about me because I'm not famous enough. But today I made news in his fucking world, so he said something. So I'm
I said something. So now you didn't tell me that. You said something today? He said something?
Yeah, I just tried to, but you keep screaming like a crazy person, like Bruce just started playing Prove It All night. I mean, shut the fuck up and listen. Francesa trashed me today, so I'm trashing him back.
I didn't realize. Well, you didn't say. I didn't hear you say. Nobody heard you say today. I thought you meant over the years.
Because you're screaming too loud like a fucking broad. Calm down.
So then Artie was done and then called Bad Dog back to apologize to Francesa.
First of all, I don't know what happened because 40 people told me Francesa trashed me, and then a caller called up and said that he didn't. So no, I don't know what happened exactly.
So here's Artie apologizing.
Calling back with an apology.
By the way, Howard, that was the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard in my life.
It was
Artie, go ahead.
Chris, I'm sorry. Listen, the guy who just called up and said Francesa actually thought I made the show good. Now I feel bad because I made the mistake of listening to a friend. I apologize to Francesa. I don't know the guy, but I'll tell you what, he's right. It was a bore fest. It was a snooze fest, and maybe I thought I had to hit a home run instead of a double to right, so maybe I turned it up a notch. And again, this is where people are wrong. I didn't call Buck a cocksucker. That's not what I did. I would never do that. I made a joke about a website. I would never call him a cocksucker, all right? It's a difference of opinion. I'm sorry to Francesa, but Francesa's right, Chris. It was a bore fest until I started talking. And I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm Richard Pryor. I know I'm not that good, but I do what I do, and I'm trying to make a living. I went on there, and I did it. And a lot of people who I respect, including Howard and Howard's honest, man. If Howard thought I sucked, he would say I sucked.
Howard didn't even see it, right?
Howard saw it and listened to it, of course.
He saw it live, or did he see it after the show was on?
No, he saw it afterwards. But he watched it. He watched the whole thing. And look at it. Chris, look at it. Buck is laughing when I'm doing his father. They cut to the audience. They're not laughing in a fake way. Michael Irvin's now. Both of the kids next to me are laughing, Chris. I know you don't like it, but look, we have a difference in opinion. I apologize to Mike. I did what I had to do. I'm trying to make a living here, brother. I'm trying to avoid becoming a longshoreman again. And I tell you what, I'll keep doing it if it sells books, but not just because of that, because it's true to whatever. You want to call me an artist? I don't think I am, but I'm true to this the way Richard Pryor was true to his honest comedy. I will always do this, and I'll always listen to you, Russo. I won't bother you again. I love you. I'm going to keep listening. Thanks for taking my call.
Artie feels bad now.
Artie was feeling bad, and Is it true Mike Francesco really had to buy 3 seats at the stadium?
Well, it's expensive, too. Like $2,000 a seat.
Well, there you go. I mean, you must be a little bit worn out, huh?
I am, Howard.
You're yelling and screaming and
I feel a fraction of what it must be like to be you when you get a lightning rod of stuff. Like,
well,
it's like, I mean, the New York Times called me. I mean, there's a war on.
You're like Crazy Alice. You're yelling and screaming on all these radio shows.
Well, I mean, again, I would never...
Has he become Crazy Artie?
Crazy Artie.
Shut the fuck up, Crazy Artie, motherfucker. Fuck you, motherfucker. Chris Russo, fucking cocksucker. You ain't no Italian. You ain't no Italian. Fuck you, Fred.
You suck dick, don't you?
You suck dick, don't you?
I'm leaving that cocksucker.
Listen, Howard, I wouldn't have called. I wouldn't have called if Tim asked me to call.
What I thought was really wild was that HBO now, on their website, bleeped the entire thing. Like,
they have bleeps in it?
They're uptight about the language that was used.
I guess their sports area is where they don't curse.
I guess. I don't know. Well, I think they want to be, they're a little schizophrenic, as you said. They want to be a bunch of different things, HBO Sports and HBO Regular, and, they're the dirty channel.
Here's the crazy thing, Howard, and I've said this before on the air, I am such a fan of HBO Sports. Their documentaries, Thriller in Manila, like, they are, Liv Schreiber does all of the narration. They did a thing about the Oakland A's and the Raiders in the 70s. It's one of my favorite things ever. I own it. I love HBO Sports. I love Bob Costas.
They don't love you.
But they don't love me. So there's a lot of people I love who don't love me, by the way.
Right.
But anyway, let me just say, and I told this to the New York Times last night. Here's exactly what Ross Greenberg said to me, okay? And I'll tell you what Joe Buck said to me, too. And there's witnesses to this. He said it in front of a few people. And he's not going to like this, and I don't agree with this, but this is what he said. He said, look, Art, with a big smile on his face. Ross Greenberg.
Okay.
With a big smile on his face, he comes up to me and he goes, listen, man, if these two guys get boring, you go in there and put in some energy, and you're the cleanup guy, Right. And he said, if these two guys get boring,
Right.
And Paul Rudd, who is a talented guy, and
Greenberg claims that what he meant by
I didn't say go nuts.
Right.
I said go nuts. That was right. He didn't say go nuts. He said
give
these two guys, give them some energy. Now, Joe Buck in the green room in front of a bunch of people said to me, listen, give it to me, man. Let me have it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said, let me have it, man. That's what this is
like
about.
Like roast him, kind of.
Yeah, well, no, he just said, let me have it. I don't know what I mean. And so if you say that to me on HBO, what does he think's going to happen?
I don't know.
I guess you're right. The first thing was a little strong, but then I made. I told a touching story about how much I loved his father.
Right. Well, listen,
everybody forgot that, Artie.
I know.
That's right, Art. I was reading a guy named Tommy Craig's column in I think this is from Miami, but I don't know. I don't know where he writes a column, and he said that he thought that Joe Buck's phony outrage over Joe Buck's show is ridiculous, that having Artie on
He invited Artie.
He invited Artie. Artie was wild, and that's what they could have expected. And Joe Buck now distancing himself from his own show is sort of a wild thing in itself, that this is your show, and you kind of wanted this, and now you're conveniently saying you didn't want it. HBO took Artie's appearance off of YouTube, and they had it removed.
YouTube?
Yeah, off of YouTube because they had it removed. I didn't hear the rest of these, though. There's a couple other shows, I guess, that commented on Artie. This is the Dan Patrick radio show from here at Sirius, I guess.
Well, I guess that, Gary's happy because they stopped talking about the pitch.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did something manly. No. I was offensive.
Before we dive into Brett Favre's appearance last night on the Joe Buck show, the Joe Buck / Artie Lang show on HBO.
It's a good show, the Favre, and then the nice piece on David Wright, and then that great segment with Paul Rudd, who's hysterical, and Artie Lang, and some
Paul
guy.
Rudd wasn't hysterical.
Well, he only had 2 words.
Paul Rudd was there? Yeah, I think he said, hi, Joe, and that was it.
It was a hijacking last night.
Yes, it was.
Brutal.
Yes, it was.
Brutal but transfixing TV.
I was not turning the channel. There's no doubt about that, but I've never felt more uncomfortable or sorry for a host in my entire life.
But what do you expect with Artie Lang? This is a comedian with Howard Stern, and Artie's off heroin, and if you listen to the show, Artie never shuts up anymore. He's got 1,000 things to say, and I think he probably got on and said, hey, you know what? This is kind of boring here. Let me liven this up.
Exactly. He pulled a Howard, like when Howard did that to Arsenio Hall, and he's done it to other places, but they went to him, and the first thing he said to Joe Buck, I can't even come close to repeating on the air, but poor Joe looked like, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, he was shell-shocked.
Yeah, I think that he... And probably had his family there. That's a big thing. It's his first show. It's HBO. He wants to get into the entertainment field. And I can host one of these shows. And
some producer in the back room in the early planning was like, you know what? Why don't we go a little crazy? Let's get a guy a little risque. How about Artie Lang?
That Artie Lang, I hear all the kids like him.
Yeah, it'll be great.
He's edgy. Yeah, that'll be good. But I think what he made the mistake of maybe waking Artie up a little bit. And he started to give him a little bit of grief. You, as a host, you got to be careful if you're going to pick your battles with a comedian, a stand-up comedian who's just going to fire back. I mean, Artie's used to doing this every single day of his life. And I think that's where Joe found out, especially the websites that Joe apparently goes.
Joe's 10 and 15-year-old sons, by the way, were in the audience.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I wasn't told that.
Oh, dear.
Why would that have mattered?
Well, you know what?
Maybe. They're a little less innocent today.
Lang, you would have thought that he went on kicking and screaming, like he didn't want to go on the show. That's the feeling I got. It's like, I don't want to be here. And I'm just going to start taking shots. I'm bored. I'm going to start taking shots.
And the funniest part was he just says some really off-color stuff for about 2 minutes. And he goes, but, you know, Joe, I love your father. He's a great broadcaster. One of the best old-school guy. Didn't take any BS. And starts complimenting his father, but still throwing in swear words as he's complimenting him.
I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco when I first tuned in. I did. I saw Artie. I went... Is that, it's Artie. I thought it was Joey Buttafuoco there.
Hey, Marie, you're on the air in El Paso.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I love you.
Love you.
I just wanted to say, Artie, you know, because I was a big Jackie fan, and so Artie's kind of humor, it's always been something that I don't really get or I don't really understand, but it's always kind of been like he's not really himself, and I think it was the drugs. And I've been in rehab. I've just been out of rehab for like a month. And I know exactly what he's going through because, like, I'm now myself, you know, like being a bitch and, like, shouting at people. And you know what I mean? You're being yourself, Artie. And that's what I really, really appreciate about your humor now, is that you're being honest. And that's what makes it really funny.
Okay.
No,
I guess
she likes you.
That was a weird turn, but thank you, sweetie.
She back into it.
I wonder how many times HBO will rerun this disgraceful episode.
Right. I don't know. It sounds like you know, they're bleeping it, but it is on their website. It's still there.
I know it's bleeped somewhere. Some people write me letters now about this whole thing.
And can I say something
I'm trying
else?
to understand it, and I think somewhere it's bleeped, and YouTube took it off. That's what I know.
I don't know why YouTube would take it off, but... And, you know,
they don't take anything off.
HBO had it removed from YouTube somehow.
They don't want people seeing the unbleeped version?
Yeah.
One other thing about my intent, I was excited to be invited to that. That's a big deal for me. And a live HBO. It is for an HBO. I mean, I got a book out. It's an HBO show. Brett Favre and Michael Irvin are Hall of Fame guys, or Favre will be. And... You know, I didn't go there to do anything but try to make the show good and be funny. Joe Buck was very nice to me. He's a big fan of this show, and I didn't go on and try to hijack anything.
What was it like after you, like when you were leaving? Did he shake your hand?
He
goodbye?
shook my hand and said, "Great job, man. That was great." And,
you weren't ushered out by cops or anything like that.
I mean, look, every one of the crew guys hugged me and said that was the greatest thing ever. I mean,
Joe Buck himself. What did Greenberg do?
I didn't see Greenberg on the way out. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, so I left.
Right.
I mean, I didn't know I had to stay an extra half hour for the internet thing. I mean, I had to get up in the morning, but I stayed. And again, I would never say this except to defend myself. But if you got Paul Rudd and Jason on the phone, the two guys.
They thought it was funny.
Who were with me.
Yes.
Paul looked at me and said, "Do you realize how amazing what you just did was?"
Well, maybe we'll try to get this going. We'll try to call Paul Rudd.
I believe Artie. I don't think I need to call Paul Rudd.
You don't?
I believe
I would like to hear everybody's take on this.
You need to hear it all. Marianne, why don't we have everyone in the world call it? Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
Artie, don't you have anything better to do than call a lame radio show?
What do you mean? He's promoting a book.
He's calling Mike and all these shows. Like
No, he called Mad Dog because
Mad Dog to promote his show?
Tim asked him to do it.
Oh, but Howard, can I ask you something? Do you think think that Artie using your name like Howard said it throughout this whole thing, are you upset about that, or it doesn't really matter to you?
No, Artie works with me, and he's quoting things that I said. I said I thought it was funny.
No, I'm talking about on the shows, like he says, Artie's my boss, and Howard's my boss, and I'm only going to listen to Howard, and I only listen to the great Howard. You know, that's what he keeps saying, almost like you're his father figure, and he's got to put it out there like you have to protect him.
No, I think it's a way of him saying that he works with me and respects my opinion.
Well, that's nice. I have to say one more thing. It's not such a big deal, Artie. Life goes on, you know what? And you should just, like, chill out because you're trying to be in, rehab and stuff. So everybody does have a life, so we should all move on. Love you, Howard.
All right, Marianne.
I am chill. I'm very calm. This is.
I read a lot in the internet and stuff, and it seems like that man you're talking about, he said that he really wanted to kick you off, but because he promoted it so much, he wasn't going to do that, and that you were supposed to give energy and not that kind of raunchy, crazy behavior, because I think the reason...
All right, very interesting. David, go ahead. You're on in Toronto.
I just want to tell Artie, he's like a road that's been paved twice. Retard. You are less Italian than you are funny. I think you should concentrate on that. And the title of your new book, if you understand Italian, should be Chabot. It means fat little fuck.
Well, not an Artie fan.
I don't understand what he
said. Sounds more like... I think this is Mr. Greenberg on the phone.
He did a great joke. You hear him? A paved road, retard.
Retard.
Yeah, no, I just,
that was a good one. That's funny, man. Can I use that one?
Howard's my boss.
Yeah,
you
right.
can use that one.
Thanks, buddy.
You can use that one, and maybe you'll get a laugh.
Right. I never get laughs.
People laugh because
I never get laughs.
Doesn't mean you're funny.
Oh, okay. What would mean you're funny? People not laughing?
No, it would mean people laughing because you said something that was actually humorous, not belligerent.
Oh,
people laugh out of being
that's a lot of your detractors are saying you've become very angry and belligerent.
Oh, okay.
That you used to be sweet Artie, and now you're vicious Artie.
Okay, well,
I thought that the Joe Buck thing was entertaining. Now, I don't know. I don't even believe everyone's carrying on like this.
I
can't believe it
was
either.
Very controversial. We had no idea that they would be debating this all over everybody's ear.
Listen, if I was on there with Barack Obama, I would not have said what I said. Okay?
You said it was a setting where you felt comfortable enough to do your thing.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm sorry, guys.
Now, were you excited by all this, or were you upset by it? What happened yesterday in your life? Were you turned on by all of the attention, or were you turned off to this?
I have to admit, Howard, I was turned on by it.
You liked it? You liked all the attention?
It's exciting.
Did Team Lang come together and say this was a good thing?
I haven't met Team Lang.
Did you discuss this with your agent? Did you discuss it
They all think it's great.
That's what I was talking about.
Because,
that's Team Lang.
Because the book apparently
doing well.
Went through the roof.
So that's what you want.
Yeah. The
so
book,
you got what you needed.
Well, I mean, it's publicity.
Right.
And
so you weren't having any sort of second thoughts about it, doubts?
No.
You feel good about your appearance there? And
Howard, listen, all I can go by is I've done a lot of talk shows, okay?
Right.
And I've done 1,000 of these shows and whatever, and I've done a lot of things in front of an audience. I thought it was great.
Right. So that's all you have to worry about.
And I've been on
yourself?
And I've been on before, and I've thought I've been bad too.
Why defend yourself? That's what you've got to do in therapy. You got to say, listen, I thought it was great. That's what I did. I stand by it.
Well,
that's it.
People are.
Don't get affected by everyone's opinion.
I'm not affected by it.
Good.
Really, I'm sort of just sitting here and people are coming to me. People called me. Tim called me and asked me to call Russo. I look, and everyone gets into this business because you want attention, and of course I was turned on by it.
I was glad to hear you say you were a narcissist. I think your numbers would be higher this week than mine.
I'm a narcissist. Absolutely.
He might be higher than you.
Yeah, you might be a little above a 34.
Right.
Robin, look, anyone who gets into comedy, think about what a comedian says to the rest of the world. Look, guys, I don't only think I'm interesting and funny. I think people will pay to fucking hear me. I mean, of course I'm a narcissist.
But I was going to ask you something. You would never go to your therapist to evaluate a performance, would you?
No, I wouldn't, but I might go to my therapist to understand why I'd care so much. Right.
I see. Okay.
Right. In other words, when I go into therapy, I have had issues where I care what everyone thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And we get into that. Why care about...
that's a different issue. I thought you were saying maybe you should talk to your therapist about, whether this was funny or not. And that's not what you're going to do.
No, I think Artie needs to deal in therapy with a lot of issues. This isn't one of them.
Right. What would he be talking about in relation to this, though?
His anger, he is lashing out at anyone who criticizes him, which is understandable. But the anger is so off the wall.
Crazy. Well, you know what?
It's crazy that it's making his life like
a little bit unlivable.
And I would guess, if I may play shrink here, that all of this excitement, all of this fighting with everyone, all of this turmoil is keeping Artie from really getting to the things that bother him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
He's keeping himself busy.
You're 100% correct.
Right.
Something about that, though. I remember going through an anger phase.
Yes, I remember that
in
phase.
the few months that I did therapy.
Yeah.
And then cured yourself.
Before I quit.
Right. Before you declared you were cured. Yes.
And that's one thing that happens. A lot of your unexpressed anger just rises to the surface, and it is a little bit uncontrollable at the beginning.
Oh, it's horrible. And what is that famous quote by Richard Nixon, like, your enemies only win if you get mad, because then you destroy yourself. You know? And look, Howard's right. I have anger in me that's tremendous, and it's about a bunch of things. And thank God I found a therapist that I like. Like, I really like. I call him on the phone when I can't see him. If I'm on the road. So I'm working on it, man.
I believe that you need to be in therapy 5 days a week for now.
Okay.
No, I'm not making a joke.
I don't understand. Is it structured therapy? What are we talking about?
It's a psychotherapy, I believe, that Artie is involved with.
It's intense.
And it's...
But is it structured? Like, we see each other on this day at this hour?
It's twice a week, based on his schedule and mine.
Based on
based on
you don't have a set appointment?
In the beginning of the week, he'll say, I have this day, and I'll say, okay, let's do it that way.
What about locking into 3 or 4 times a week at a set time?
I'll bring that up to him today.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the move, because
I think you could, get through this a lot easier, maybe dispel a lot of that anger
I think he's
in therapy.
I think I'll get through a lot of money, too.
No. Well, that, too. We can run through that.
Hey, you're right. No,
getting better does cost money.
If I could tell you,
investment in you,
if I could tell you what I spent on heroin, it
pales in comparison.
Way less.
What'd you spend a week on heroin? Would you say? I mean, it's no exact number, I'm sure.
A week?
When you really were at your worst.
At my worst? Yeah. Well, I read once that that Yoko Ono and John Lennon in the 70s were spending $5,000 a week on heroin. In the 70s.
That was the 70s.
Yeah, and I think, but you see, here's the thing. I was having it delivered because I was afraid to be seen going.
So there's a surcharge?
Well, absolutely.
It's like McDonald's. If they could deliver it to your house, they have to charge you something.
And these these were guys that I would overpay because I was afraid. I don't want them mad at all. You know. And I'll give you the most I ever spent in 1 week.
Go ahead.
Probably. You know what? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, not because there's a bunch of issues here.
Oh.
By the way, I mean, how often do you have to have it delivered?
About twice a day. No,
Is that true?
No. A couple times a week.
Right.
Yeah.
How long does the delivery person hang out? Do they just deliver and then leave? Like
you don't have to hang with them.
Hang out with them?
Sometimes it gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use bad language. Sometimes Ross Greenberg will say, look, you're Artie's heroin dealer. If it gets boring, try to mix it up a little bit. And they completely misread them.
Does the delivery person ever, like, once in a while, like, hand you the bag and then, like, pull it away real quick and, like, just fuck with you?
No, they don't want to. They want the money, so,
They don't want to tease you with it?
That doesn't happen.
You're not in any mood to pull back the money, are you?
No, I'm not.
So when somebody, maybe let's put it this way, see if you can answer this. When somebody's habit is bad, like what generally would they spend a week?
Well, here's the thing. I mean,
5,000 sounds incredible.
I never shot it.
Right.
I believe John and Yoko were shooting it. You go through it way quicker.
Right.
So, yeah, I would say even adjusting $5,000 a week now would be a shitload of money to pay for heroin because heroin's cheap.
Could you have spent $7,500 a week? No, not that
He's
much.
saying he didn't go that way.
No, he didn't go that way.
It's cheaper.
Well, it's like I never smoked cocaine either.
Right.
For some reason, I had these levels, and I was at parties where
there was times you were afraid to go that.
Yeah, because I would have
level.
lived in that bottle, and I was at parties where I was handed a pipe, I just said no to that somehow because I thought that was another level. And if you smoke coke, God, the money just goes because then you just get rid of it so quick.
Do you think you're insane?
On some level, sure.
You do.
Yeah,
Are you insane?
Do you think you're insane?
No, I don't think I'm insane.
In other words, do you think you have a death wish?
Oh.
Which would be insanity.
I think, yes, I know that.
Right.
I think at one time I might have, but not anymore.
All right, good. All right, well, that's good.
Well, listen, Howard, I tried to commit suicide. Howard.
Right. So are you insane?
No, I think I was at one point, but I'm not.
Now you're
listen, I'm not trying to be wah here, but the pain that I went through, the darkness of seeing my father the way he was so traumatizing to me. And my father asked me to kill him once a week.
Right.
And he was my best friend, and we did everything together. And when we played catch, my hand would hurt from how hard he threw the ball. And the last 4 years of his life, I had to wipe his nose. And it just, it really was something I couldn't get out of my head. And I never went to therapy for it. And my mother always looked tired. She would set her while working.
Let me answer your question.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just trying to answer
your father. No, I hear you. Your father exhibited a lot of bad behavior.
Yes.
You described a story that I thought was almost too outrageous to believe that he would, install, phony cable.
But never did drugs or drank or anything, which is weird. And he never gambled. It was weird.
Do you think a lot of your outrageous behavior is an attempt to be like your dad?
Absolutely.
It is.
1,000.
Because you admire him so much that all of his negative behaviors you think are good.
You could not be more correct. My father would tell me stories about how he used to fool around in school and get in trouble. And that absolutely made me want to do that.
So you think,
wait a minute.
So you think that being a real man is behaving outrageously or badly?
Well, no, not bad. But you see, because in a lot of ways, I'm a good man, Howard.
I'm not accusing you of being a bad man. You're a good-hearted guy.
Yeah, but
outrageous and bad behavior
is manly.
Is manly.
Sure, in a way there is. But I'm older now. I used to think that. I realize now, of course. I mean, listen, the stuff I do on an HBO show.
Forget HBO.
Right, okay.
I'm not talking about HBO. I'm talking about
You're talking about his life.
Talking about your life. I'm talking about doing outrageous things. Stuff that you don't even talk about here.
I think I'm mature enough now to realize that that's wrong. But for a long time, I thought that was what a man was. Absolutely.
Let me ask you something, though, because we were on the conversation about insanity.
Right.
And insanity is not regulatable.
That's right.
Okay, you can't control. That's what insanity is.
That's why I asked the question, because insanity means you're insane. It means, in other words,
it means you don't have a choice.
The only way that you can recover from it, if you want to call it a recovery, is to be medicated.
Right, you have to be controlled outside of yourself.
Absolutely.
So
you can't say, today I'm not insane.
Right. So
you are. If you're insane, that's it.
There's no cure. I was insane yesterday.
No, there isn't.
That temporary insanity defense, what do you think of that?
Insanity is why I asked you if you think you're insane, because...
Well, do you think I'm insane?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that something's going on where my recommendation, and I don't say this lightly, the reason I said you should be in therapy 4 or 5 days a week is to find out what's really going on with you.
Right.
You should know what's going on with you.
Right.
In other words, you're an older guy with the heroin and stuff. That's dangerous stuff. I mean, you're playing with fire.
I understand.
And I love you, and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I know you do, Howard.
So the thing is that if you are insane, let's assume you are, they can medicate you.
Right.
And if they medicate you, you'll have a good life. There are many people I know in my personal life who are, mentally ill. And people go shocked when you hear, mental illness. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, let me hit fuzzy
I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So if you are mentally ill, they should medicate you. If you're not, then you got to get to the bottom of this anger.
But let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Right, because you tried to commit suicide, and that scares me.
But I tried to commit suicide because I had just done coke for 3 days, and I ran out of it. And
so you might not be insane.
I don't think I am.
But taking coke for 3 days is insane.
I know. But so everyone who does coke for 3 days, there's a lot of people who do that. I mean,
and they're not all insane.
I don't think I'm insane. I don't think I'm insane.
Artie, sometimes the drug taking is an attempt at self-medicating because
of course it
of
is.
insanity.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, all right.
That could be behind the drug use,
but okay, and that's
it could be.
Completely
I'm not a doctor.
Understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand that.
Right.
But I'm not on any medication right now.
Right.
And for a couple of weeks on the show, I really was out of my mind, ruining interviews and shit.
Right.
And do you feel I've made an adjustment there?
No.
No?
No. You've made some adjustment, but not
well,
really.
some adjustment.
Not really. No. I don't think so.
But some adjustment.
Some.
Right. So
I think you're having a hard time controlling yourself.
I'm going towards the
I think you're doing better. I just think that what I'm worried about.
That's on my own. So and I'm going to keep and listen. I will keep trying to do that.
There's something going on though that concerns me. That in doing your own rehab, I think you're going through a tremendous difficulty right now. You came off heroin, which I applaud you, and I think is unbelievable. I mean, an amazing feat, because anyone who understands addiction, that ain't easy.
Oh, no.
This is the hardest thing you're going through.
It's not just the drug.
And I don't think you even know inside of you how, forget the physical addiction, the psychological addiction. That emptiness now, that void that isn't filled, has to be filled some other way.
Well, it's the Charlie Parker quote. They can get it out of your blood, but they can't get it out of your brain.
Right. When you're an addictive person.
Whatever you were taking it for, you're now subject to having to control or
You're feeling things. Thoughts are creeping in that the heroin would dampen. In a way, you were medicating whatever it is that's bugging you, whether it is insanity, whether it's just the death of your father, whether it's the combination of everything that goes on in the pressures of your life. Whatever's going on now, you're starting to feel.
Right.
And I think...
That's a hell of a thing to have to go through on your own.
I know I have trouble negotiating my feelings. That's why I'm there 3 days a week. I can't imagine what it's like for you coming off heroin. That's why I'm saying...
Well, I am going. I'm going, and it's 2 days a week now, but I'll tell the guy I want more. I believe you, Howard.
I'm telling you, I think that I'm worried because, listen, you're a dear friend. But aside from working with you, forget the work. I'm talking about you're a good-hearted human being and a good man and a funny guy and a talented guy. And I think that this is a lot of pressure you're going through right now.
It is.
I recognize that.
Thank you.
But you got to get assistance. I mean, you got to find out what's going on inside of you, because no one can do that on their own. Very few people, unless you're, so self-evolved that you can figure out what's going on.
And I'm not.
And I'm not either. So I'm not trying to set myself as an expert.
And there are some people who it's just a drug thing, and they just get off the drugs, and they're fine. But if the drug was something to cover up something else...
Sure it was.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you something. Well, this is why I enjoy therapy now, and it's working. Just this conversation makes me feel better.
Right.
It does, and I appreciate it.
Right. Well,
because
people care about
because it's with people I respect.
Right.
Okay, and I respect this guy a lot.
Good.
And God, is he a wise soul?
But here's the other thing: you also tend to turn everybody into either they're the greatest or the
worst.
shittiest.
All right.
He's a man.
I understand.
He's got expertise in this area.
Right.
He's going to sit with you. Some days you're going to hate him. Some days you're going to love him.
Right.
But he knows what he's doing. I know the guy's credentials.
Yes.
Yeah, I was involved with that.
I know the guy's address. He better know what he's doing.
Right. He better, because there's a lot of money going on.
Yeah,
but as I said when you were first talking about it, it's a commitment you have to make to go through the rough patches and this lovely honeymoon.
Right, this is a honeymoon
going
phase.
on here.
I went to my psychiatrist and I said, I can't fucking stand this anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to get out. And by the end of the session, I felt great. So it was like, you're always going to have those feelings you want to get away from therapy.
Right.
I just say, look, who the hell knows what's going on? You've had a volatile past, the horror of your father, as you point out, and who knows what else went on there. You might have blocked out a lot of shit that you don't even know really what went on.
Well, I mean, I can tell you for one thing, I was never abused in any way.
Oh, no.
That
does nothing.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying.
Me neither. I mean, look at us. Who's going to abuse us? No one's attracted to us.
Abuse comes in many colors.
Believe me, I wish someone would have abused
No, I'm
me.
just saying. I just
paid attention.
and anybody can formulate an opinion on what you just said. I just want to make sure I was not abused.
I'm not talking about abuse.
Right. I understand.
You know,
and you're right.
If anything, my abuse was people ignored me because of the way
that
I
was
looked.
terrible for you.
Right. I wish someone would have touched me inappropriately.
I want to be abused.
So anyway, listen.
Right.
This is a topic for off the air, but the fact of the matter is...
So let's do it on.
Let's do it on. No. What I'm saying
so much better on.
No, I appreciate
even this episode with Joe Buck.
Right.
While I believe it was, television for me, anything goes. I'm not uptight. But I have a feeling even this weighs on you more heavily than you even know. That this is a lot of attention all of a sudden.
It is.
And there's a lot of pressure in it. Even the way, like, you're trying to convince this sports guy
Russo.
that you were funny.
Mad Dog. You're convincing the Mad Dog.
You're caught
I'm turning into the Mad Dog.
You're caught up in a lot here, and there's a lot going on top of which you're running around the country promoting this book, doing stand-up.
It's a crazy month
and you just got off heroin. So...
It's nuts.
I'm saying this whole schedule sounds crazy to me. Everything about this sounds crazy.
Right.
Is what I'm saying to you. And, there's got to be time also to just sit down, relax, get in touch with your thoughts.
You're right.
And really focus on yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see that happening here. I see a lot of busyness to keep you busy, to keep you off of the heroin.
Off of Artie.
Yeah. Keep you away from it. Keep you off Artie, keep you off heroin, keep you off whatever the fuck it is.
Right.
There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of energy going on here. And I'm just,
a lot of distractions is what they call it.
And I hope the psychiatrist will sit with you and try and sort of say, hey, Artie, slow down. Learn to say no to a few things.
Well, that's what he said. He goes, because I called him from L.A., and he's like, where are you going? Like, I told him my schedule.
Right.
And up until July 1st, it is crazy.
And even with this show, it's like not everything has to happen at once. Like I always say to Artie, this is a long haul. We have another year and a half. Let's slow it down. Let's just take it easy. There's a lot of panic and pressure here going on. And I worry about you. And I've said this to you off the air, and I'll say it to you on the air. You're a friend, a dear friend. You're a good-hearted man. And I hope the audience doesn't forget that because, a lot of people are saying they hear Artie's anger. They hear he's vicious right now. You're a good guy. You're a good-hearted soul, and I know that about you. But I'm hoping and praying that you do take some time for yourself. Sit down. Yeah, okay, so you don't go away and do stand-up for a week, and it's going to cost you money for not doing stand-up, but...
Who cares?
I'd rather you spend the money, go to a shrink, and sit there and talk about yourself, even till you're sick of talking about yourself, till you break through, until you get to understand what's going on, and let him understand who you are.
Right.
Because if the theory is that you're insane, good, get medicated. That's easy. That they can fix. If it's not insanity that you're doing this to yourself.
Howard makes this all. Not everybody is capable of dealing with the medication either.
That's right.
It's not that easy.
No, what I'm saying is this is complicated. So what I'm saying is, I don't think Artie's insane.
I don't either.
But I'm saying is, go get
if I was insane, Howard, I don't think you'd keep me here. I mean,
you don't know that for sure, Artie. I've seen him hire insane people.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm sitting 2 feet from him every day.
They couldn't keep the job.
Insane people, listen.
Right.
I'm being dramatic for purposes on the air, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know what's going on inside of you, nor do you.
You know what? You're right.
I don't know what's going on inside of me.
That's what's scary.
I'm having somebody diagnose me and help me.
And you know what? And for years, I pushed that away, and now I'm embracing it.
All right. There you go.
And it's a lot of credit goes to you for that, man, and I appreciate it. You found the guy, and I love the guy.
Well, Artie, as important as all of this is...
Yeah, but the one thing I would like to say is, because I much like Artie, I am fascinated by people who are out of control, because he's always talking about, his hero, Keith Richards and John Belushi, and, every hero he has, Charlie Parker, they're all crazy. And, and they were literally insane.
That's right.
And I was watching that Hunter S. Thompson thing, or Thomas, whatever his name was.
Hunter S. Thompson. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Well, I wasn't watching that. I was watching a documentary about him.
Yeah.
And the man's brilliant, but he's in pain every day of his life, and he's taking these drugs to try to get out of his own head, and eventually, it took a long time, but he eventually killed himself. And it was like, that's what I worry about with Artie, is the darkness
That's right.
That's severe.
Well, that's why it has to be diagnosed.
Well, you know...
And you can't get diagnosed in a day on something like that. So
Hunter S. Thompson, I believe, blew his head off at the age of 60 because that's the exact age Hemingway did. I think he said Hemingway blew his head off when he was 60, and that's what I'm going to do. Believe me, guys, I promise you I'm not in that place. I'm not there.
All right.
I'm not
That's
there.
good.
I'm far from it, as a matter of fact. I might be annoying, but I'm happy.
By the way, as important as all of this is, there's something more important to discuss. Everybody is here for the Bang My Dad update.
By the way, I saw these people. This was so funny. I saw them on the street yesterday as I'm driving. The two daughters and the father, and he had a smile on his face.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what happened right after this. Let's take a break. Everybody calm down.
Wow, that was a rough hour, man.
Well, listen, you're the toast of the town. You're the man of the hour.
I don't even care about that shit. I mean, I appreciate the last 10 minutes here, but... you know, I promise you, I'm doing better, and I'm working on everything really hard because I want to be alive forever now.
Yes.
And I got a second chance. The doctor told me I'm lucky to be healthy. Like I always thought I was going to die from health issues, and he said, no, if you can control your anger and stuff and not destroy yourself, you'll be around for a long time.
You might actually live.
And I want to live for a long time.
Well, that's good news.
All right. Not to everybody on the Stern Fan Network, but I do want to live for a long time.
The Stern Fan Network wants everyone dead.
It is weird that it's getting this much attention, though. I mean, Joe Buck, if he pretends to be upset about this, I really think it's stupid. But again, I don't want to show any anger.
There was one line in that whole thing, and it happened to be the very first line, that maybe Artie would take back or change it, make it a little less...
I wouldn't take it back because it got a reaction. But Scott's right, it was strong. But if you take that line out, I don't think there's that much of a deal right now.
Yeah,
but I mean, look, I said the jizz line during the internet part.
Well, maybe we're desensitized because where we work, but I tell you, we all fucking laughed.
And everyone in the crowd was laughing. Yeah. I mean, did you hear me bomb? I didn't bomb.
No.
Yeah, Ross Greenberg did not return our phone call.
Of course not. Ross Greenberg, I don't think is operating on a ton of brain power.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Are you excited for the big Vegas trip?
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of people going. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Plan on catching some shrapnel there?
I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
Can I explain something?
What about? Do you think you'll get?
Go ahead, Benj.
No.
You sure? You're gonna be JD. Will you be? You're going to be at Artie's event, which you're picking the Miss Howard TV.
Me and Ronnie,
right? And aren't you going to be holding a camera?
Well, yeah.
Can't you act like you're in charge? Like, okay, move over.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation.
You got to talk to Ganji. Ganji's utilized that stupid camera for years to get laid.
Really? He doesn't seem to be getting laid all that much.
He gets laid. He just doesn't talk about it.
He hits chicks over the head with the camera, and then he fucks her. Listen, Gary is right. At every gig I have JD, when I'm an hour in and I can't speak because I have emphysema, I need some water. So it used to be Teddy, and I'd get the whole place to chant homo. It was great. But now JD comes out, and people love JD.
Right.
When he comes out, he gets an enormous cheer, and I'm like, I go to the girls, someone fuck him. And I guess maybe it's happened a few times or no times. How's it going with that, bro?
It has not happened at all. Hold on. A couple of times there have been, situations where I've hung out with girls, but nothing came of it.
Some pictures, it looks like you're fucking Teddy in Detroit, St. Louis, Vegas, L.A.,
well,
Pittsburgh.
That's how it is.
Artie, you might have to take it to the next level. You might have to say, who's willing to fuck JD? Please come up to the stage.
Well, it might turn into I have to fuck JD.
Well, I mean, because it's a lot of girls that have guys that come to the shows.
Tell me which guys. I know people that can make them disappear.
Well,
they could be on a flight to Detroit and be there in an hour. The guy won't ever be found again.
Well, last time you guys were in Vegas, you helped JD out a lot, Artie,
you remember?
Yeah, I paid for it. I paid for it. And there's no shame in that, by the way.
Listen.
See the movie The Hangover. The Hangover will make people think differently about Vegas whores. They can be very sweet.
Yeah, she was so nice and clean and cute.
No, right now Vegas whores get a bad rap.
You going to be hanging with Ronnie?
I don't know. I know we're going to go to the big appearance at the Rick's, whatever.
Oh, I'm going. Here's the schedule. Here's the schedule Saturday, right? And if this doesn't get a guy
hold
excited,
on. Ronnie's Friday night.
Okay, whatever the fuck it is. Friday night, we're going to Rick's every night, asshole. Okay. Every night there's a party at Rick's. All right. So Friday night's the official Ronnie party at Rick's. Saturday, if we go to sleep, we get up. And in the afternoon, me, Ronnie, and all the guys judge the new Miss Howard TV. They're expecting 200 women by the pool at the Hard Rock. We're the judges. And the ones that we like go into something called the Chick Pit. And then we cherry pick from the Chick Pit and pick a new Miss Howard TV. Then that night, I'm doing stand-up at the Joint at the Hard Rock in Vegas. Then we're going to Rick's again, asshole, with all the girls from the Chick Pit. And then don't knock on my door after 6 a.m. How's that fucking sound?
I never knock on your door.
You got 200.
Good for you. You and Teddy have thinking I died from heroin and a whore.
Anybody else from around here going, JD?
Howard TV.
Which is what? Is Goodstein going?
I believe Goodstein, Ganji.
Oh, yeah, Doug's going.
Ganji, Brian Phelan.
Benji, please come.
I just asked Goodstein. I don't know. I have to check the Greyhound.
I'll pay for your flight. I will.
Nah, but that feels weird. If the show would.
Don't worry about it. I'm making a lot of money for stand-up. I'll pay for your flight.
That's very nice of you. But
you know what's funny? Don't you think it's interesting? And Howard makes this point all the time, but it's true. If there were a shoot this weekend, say at Jeff the Drunk's house, it would be like Joe and Chris and those guys. But it's always Ganji and Doug for the important shit.
And it should be because, it's an event that was created because of me. And Doug and Ganji and all those guys, they're like my family now. I love seeing them. I love Chris and these guys, but I haven't known them as long. I'm happy they're coming. It's not a burden. It's going to be a big party.
It's not about you.
No, I know.
It's about them having to do important work in Vegas.
I want when I'm voting for one of the chicks in the Chick Pit, I want to be in focus.
Artie, Howard suggested that you should bring your new lady along for the trip, which you immediately shot down.
That's the funniest thing Howard's ever said. Listen to me. You ever hear you don't bring sand to the beach?
Yes.
That saying means even more if you're dating the sand. If the sand is your girlfriend, you really don't bring it to the beach. No, it's a guy's weekend. I explained it to her. She's lovely, and she's a classy person. And it's a guy's weekend in Vegas. I'm sure Ronnie, you still have your girl?
Yeah.
No, Ronnie's girl gets it. She's cool. It's a guy's weekend. We're not going to do anything wrong.
Guys stuff like fishing and...
No, I'm going to gamble. I told her. These are my two vices. I can't drink or do any blow or heroin. I'm going to have a cigarette in a private room, and I'm going to play craps and poker and blackjack all night. And that's going to be my vice.
You're going to come to my strip club appearance?
I'm going to come to that, but I'll just have a cigarette and stay in the corner with the King James Version of the Bible. I'm not going to do anything wrong, and she knows that. I'm just going to have a fun guy's weekend.
Ronnie, you gonna hang with JD at all?
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to hang with Artie, but he always says he's going to hang, but I don't,
Dude,
he never shows up.
Dude, that's because I was on heroin before. Heroin people don't show up.
Listen, I came in here to
ruin the show?
Yeah, I came in here. I'm going to ruin the show right now because Scott the engineer wants you to...
I'll pay for it.
Pay for him.
He's got it. I want Scott the engineer out there. I want him to have a good time in life. I will pay for it. Tell him to book a ticket, get the cheapest coach flight he can find going through Nebraska and London. No, seriously, I want him to book a ticket and give me the receipt. He's coming. You're all fucking coming.
Oh,
this is John Gotti talking. Every month, not the guys who already have a ticket. I'm not repaying for you jerk-offs. McClure, Benji, Scott the engineer, every one of you fucks is coming to the Artie party in Vegas this weekend, baby.
Hold on, Artie. I smell something here. John, could you go to line 11? Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show.
I said guys.
Listen, I'm not trying to get a Artie freebie because
here comes Scott.
Because he just said he said buy a coach ticket. I don't fly coach.
Hey Ralph, listen. Hey Ralph, but you buy coach bags. Ralph, listen. the $300 I owe you, I'll get you a ticket to Vegas. We'll call it even. How's that sound?
That's okay. I appreciate the offer. I know it's genuine, but...
It is. I want you out there. Ralph knows how to pick up chicks, man.
I have to work Friday.
You have a job?
I do.
Oh, you got to do something.
I'm doing a special of the history of Howard Stern with Mr. John Hein.
And that broad.
2 o'clock on Friday.
All
we
right.
could cancel it, though.
You could be on a 4 o'clock plane. You land at 7.
No, wait a minute, Ralph. The all goes down Saturday. With the time change, you could make it. Get on a 7 a.m. flight Saturday. You could be in Vegas by 11 a.m.
He's done it 2 o'clock
here.
Offer.
I tried to get in on it like weeks ago when you first announced it, and I said to Doug, hey, Doug, Howard has me in judging things all the time. How about you have, Howard TV has me there to do that.
Ralph would be great for that.
Yeah, Doug didn't see the value in it, but he figured he needed to be there. But
listen, I'm serious. Ralph, if you got to work for Howard, that's one thing. But Scott, McClure, and Benji, I'm telling you right now, you got to get your own tickets. Take care of yourself. Get nonstop coach tickets back and forth. And you give me the receipts, and you will get the money.
Scott, are you going to go?
It's an Artie party.
Are you going to go?
What about a room for him?
Artie just...
Yeah, what about the room?
Not that much of a party.
He's crashing with Ronnie.
Listen, hold on, guys.
We'll get your rooms. We'll get everything. I'm bringing 4,000 gambling degenerates to the joint that night. The money they're going to make's insane. Everything's going to be free.
Private plane.
Yeah,
private
I'm
plane.
not Howard.
As soon as Scott calls home and asks permission, he's going.
No, fuck that.
I'm going home.
I'll give your wife $10,000 to give you permission. We're going.
Everybody heard that, right?
Nothing makes a party like Scott Salem.
Yeah, exactly, Ralph.
Right.
And stay away from him when I'm gambling.
The life of the party.
So you going to go?
I would love to.
You're going.
I thank you for the offer. I have to talk to my partner. I mean,
you're a fag now?
Wait a minute now. He's been bitching about this for weeks. I should be going too. Doug should get me on this trip.
That's right.
Now get out of here.
Now Artie's willing to pay for it. Now he's bitching.
Hold on.
I'll pay for it. Now get out of here before Opie and Anthony walk in.
Hold on. Scott, why do you think that you should... Why were you saying that you should be on this trip before Artie offered? What's the reason?
I didn't say I should be on the trip.
What?
What did he say, Ronnie?
Doug.
Ronnie, what did he say?
You're here. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, jerk off.
Whatever.
Scott wanted in from day one,
but under what's the premise?
Just because it's time to.
You mean as a judge, or
he wants to just go to Vegas.
He didn't say he needed to be there because of some audio.
No, if there's an audio mix, but that's being done by the house by the hardware.
Yeah, that'll be good. Scott's a great engineer. I want him there.
Yeah.
And fuck working. You're there for free on me.
Scott wanted to go there and ruin the audio.
Get advice from Hitler.
Okay,
Doug.
I'll be there.
Doug, how did
he'll be there.
Get permission from your wife, Mussolini.
Doug,
you getting flights over?
Doug, how did Scott approach you? Did he casually hint, or did he say,
"Hey, motherfucker"?
It was as subtle as, "I heard you're going to Vegas. Can I go?"
Right. I said, "Do you need anybody to work?" I didn't say.
It's an Artie party at the Hard Rock. Every one of you is just coming. Gary, I swear, I want you to come. Get that thing out of your cock and come.
That thing's out. I got my kid's birthday party on Friday.
Make the stuff come out of your cock that should.
A rock?
Doug, semen? Doug, did anybody...
Semen, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
JD, is there a chance that you could come back on Monday having not gotten laid?
Oh, there's always a chance of that, sure.
And if you don't get laid, lie about it.
Okay.
John Hein, you're coming. The wife and kids, will be fine with the You got $20 million for that website. Give them half of it right now, and just fucking come to Vegas.
Well, I appreciate the invite, Ralphie. So, what are you going to do? You leave it? You're not going to be doing the show with me on Friday and heading out to Vegas, or what?
No, I am the consummate professional. I'll be working on Friday.
Yeah, but Friday, what time you done?
3 o'clock. Then we and Jason are going to go see Star Trek on IMAX.
Ralph, listen.
My day is booked.
Listen, Ralph, you're giving me a headache. If I would fly Jason out, but I can't afford 4 seats. It's great to be able to do fat jokes about other people now. But Ralph, please, I love Ralph, and when he's around hot chicks, he knows how to talk to them. Jason can block all the ugly guys just standing in front of us. It's gonna.
Artie, thanks. I'll think about it. I know it's genuine. And,
all right, think about it. Just if you're going to do it, just book it and give me the receipt when you get there.
Artie gets a receipt from me for $2,000.
Listen, I'll pay it because I'm winning, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Watch
winning
what you
money
say,
too.
Artie.
I'm winning money. I feel hot. I'm doubling what I make it doing stand-up. I'm so crazy right now. I'm out of my mind.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, everybody talked about how they think I have a drinking problem and how I should limit myself to about 2 drinks a night, which I personally don't think that's going to happen, you know. I'm not two drink type of guy. You know, I got a big belly. I got to feed that beast. So check it out.
Richard has said before, or at least acknowledged, that he's got a problem and he's an alcoholic, but it's a problem he can handle and he has control over.
Well, everybody who's got a problem thinks it's a problem they can handle. You know, when it comes to that, it's very difficult. Most people, it's very difficult for them to say, I have a drinking problem, because if they did, they would stop drinking. Richard admits he has a drinking problem, then continues to drink.
I don't think Richard's ever going to stop drinking. I mean, he thinks he's a social drinker.
I think he's lying when he says he sees it as a problem. I think he's placating us. I don't think he sees it as an issue.
Oh, you think he doesn't think he has a problem? You think he doesn't think he has a problem?
Right,
he's just saying it to shut everybody up here.
Yeah, because if you have a problem, wouldn't you address it?
Not necessarily, but if you feel like, I got a problem, but I'm on top of it, I have some control over it. I mean, that's always been Richard's attitude ever since this came up. He loves to drink. Sometimes he goes a little over the line, and he knows it, but he feels like he can keep it in check. Richard, we're talking about you behind your back, and now you're here.
We get to talk about something we've never talked about on the wrap-up show before, my drinking and my gayness.
Hey, it came up on today's show, which means we talk about it on the wrap-up show.
Why don't we talk about my heroin a little more, you ass licker? Write another fucking song parody about my weight and heroin, you dickwad.
And Artie clearly feeling better right now and good enough to give you advice, and heartfelt advice, I thought, about addressing what he thinks is a problem in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's a problem?
I appreciate it. Yeah, well...
Listen, I love Richard. Speak, and then I'll talk again.
It definitely... They make it sound like a problem on the air. I haven't had a problem with them because I'm just out having fun. To me, what it boils down to is fun equals drinking. Drinking equals fun. I'm having fun out there. I'm just doing my thing. Life is short. I want to have fun.
And you don't think your behavior changes at all when you're really shit-faced?
Well, I mean, I haven't gone to jail because of it yet, knock on wood.
I'm not saying it's criminal.
That's your gauge.
I just, I get happy when I drink. I'm not an angry drunk, and it doesn't seem to cause problems. I mean, being in a wheelchair at Tampa Airport wasn't a problem for anybody.
Was it embarrassing to you?
No, not really. I mean, you're looking at a guy who, streaks where he works and gets naked. Nothing embarrasses me, really.
No, but in a way, it is causing trouble because now it's an issue at work. Howard isn't being joking when he's saying this. He's worried about you, and that's your boss worried about you. You're getting drunk at your boss's engagement party. People are talking about it more. Physically, your appearance is changing. You're getting red in the face. You're starting to look like Dom DeLuise if you stayed in the tanning salon too long. You're changing for the worse because of drinking.
But
people are noticing that.
Hold on a second. Let me play devil's advocate for a second, just so we can have both sides. Richard, have you ever missed a day of work because of drinking?
No.
Have you ever missed a gig because of drinking?
No.
Have you been arrested because of drinking?
No.
So, aside from when you drink on the weekends, does it affect your job or life at all?
Not at all.
Does your girlfriend not want to be with you because you drink too much?
No.
So he can play that in.
Yeah,
I understand what Artie's saying, but now Richard will play that in.
But Garrett, okay, he hasn't missed a day of work, but it is affecting his work in some way. It's a subject at work, and millions of people are hearing about it, and it could affect him getting other work. His girlfriend is a wonderful person, but who knows? I don't know this for sure. Maybe she drinks a little too much, too. I don't know, and maybe you're enabling each other. That's something. You two are a sweet couple, but maybe you got to look at that and maybe live a little healthier. I sound like a preacher because I'm an asshole. I've done every wrong thing in the world, and it did fuck up my life. And because I worked for a great man, he didn't fire me, and I'm still alive. And who knows? I may relapse. I could sound like a hypocrite. That happens, but I know that being wheeled in a wheelchair in an airport, that affects your life. People know about it. But it makes people look differently upon you, and those people, their decisions could affect your life.
So what makes you look at Richard more differently? Getting wheeled in a wheelchair in Tampa or licking Sal's taint? And I'm being totally serious when I say that.
One he did sober, so fine, and one he did because he was drunk. If he was drunk when he licked Sal's taint, that's why. Okay, he's just a crazy, fun guy, and he did that for the show. But he got drunk and got wheeled in a wheelchair. That's a drinking problem. That's an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic. And you got to admit that to yourself. It doesn't mean you have to stop drinking. A lot of alcoholics just say, fuck you, I'm going to keep drinking. And you're from Kansas. You're a man's man. I get it. I hate when people tell me what to do. But, dude, you're an alcoholic. And I love you, and I love you to death. You're funny. You're talented. You write music, which is something I'm envious of. But, you know, Keith Richards did too. And he was a heroin addict. You know, it doesn't help your life. And that's all Howard's saying. Howard's being serious when he's saying that. And I know it sounds funny coming from me, but you know, maybe a guy who's been there is the one who can help you more.
Yeah, I just love it because I've never heard Richard referred to as a man's man.
No, he is. Because I mean, look, his father's a man's man. Richard grew up in Kansas. He didn't grow up like fucking Paris Hilton. You know what I mean? He knows how to work. He baled hay. He probably sucked cock for money. I don't know if that's true, but I'm just saying. I mean, that's a day's work. Sucking cock is a day's work, man. That's you know, you come home and you got to really shower.
A man's man leaves those messages for Will, and the man's man wants to see Brian Phelan naked on the show.
You don't want anybody to think you're gay, but when you were drunk, it affected your life because you left the homoist message on Will's fucking answering machine.
And I've given into that. I don't mind if people think I'm gay because I'm not gay, and I know
because you are.
So
hey, Richard,
if people think it, I'm fine with it.
When you left that message,
well, everyone thinks it.
When you left that message, did you know you were leaving that message? Do you have no recollection of leaving that message?
I totally remember leaving that message. I was just messing around. I was. I call, you know, drunk people call, they drunk dial and call people and have a little fun.
And say, hey, dude, let's go to the game tomorrow. Let's gamble. Not, hey, I want to suck your cock and your ass is hot, Will.
Well, in all fairness to Richard, even when he's not drinking, he thinks the gay stuff is funny, which was proven today when he said, I have a great idea for the show. Let's get Brian Phelan.
Yeah, that came out of left field. By the way, let's get Phelan in here naked.
And you're a bear. You use the word that gay guys use seriously. You said he's a bear.
He is.
Well, I don't even know what to say right now.
I lost you on. I thought he was doing a comedy bit. I lost you on. But look at him. He's so cuddly.
He is. I mean, I'll walk by Brian in the hall and I'll just give him a big hug. And not as a gay thing. It feels good. It's like you're hugging a big beanbag or something. There's just something that feels good about wrapping your arms around something that's big and soft and cuddly.
And rubbing your soft on against his leg.
And I got news for you, dude. When people say when they hug me, it feels the same way. And if you hug me in the hall, I'm dropping you.
I'm not. I know better already.
Okay, good.
Well, Howard gave Richard some advice at the end of the time you were in there, and hit it, Teddy. I want to know if you're going to take this to heart.
You worry about you with the champagne and all the alcohol. Limit yourself to 2 glasses.
Oh, forget it, Howard.
That's Robin.
No fun.
That's ridiculous.
This is what's going to prove to him he's an alcoholic. You're not allowed to have more than 2 drinks a day. On a given day. And you can't wait.
On Saturday, he can save them all up. And
that's what I was going to say. If I don't drink during the week.
No more than 2 drinks a day.
2 drinks a day?
That's tough.
And you can't save them up. You can't wait till Sunday and have 14.
Yeah, because if I don't drink during the week, I get 10 drinks on Saturday.
Why is that so tough? I mean, you're a fun-loving guy. You need to drink to have a good time?
It definitely helps. Like, try going to a bar and not drinking. It's just boring.
I do every weekend when I do stand-up. And you know what?
I commend you for it. It's hard.
It takes willpower. It takes willpower.
But I think he's saying you have to do that because it's all or nothing. And Richard's saying in his mind, I've got it under control, but does he?
Under control? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have it under control. Well, that's where you're fooling yourself.
I know. Okay.
And look, 2 drinks a day and 3 cocks. Can you do that?
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about how everyone in the studio took off their shirt to show off their amazing bodies. A couple people called me in, but I wasn't going in there. I couldn't compete with, Jason, Benji, and Artie for best bod, so I'm out.
There was a moment when everyone's shirt was off in the studio. How did that happen, and what was going on there?
Almost everyone's shirt. What happened was if you were in the studio, you got caught up in that. Well, first of all, that caller called. What's the guy's name, Will?
Johnny Boy. John Boy.
Is John Boy gay? Or was he just being goofy?
Which was all weird. He wasn't even being goofy, though. I didn't understand what
he was
his
almost
angle
acting
was.
gay today, but I mean, he got something going. So I know he wanted to see Howard, and then everybody started taking their shirts off. Then they called in Richard, and Richard will do anything. And then Sal came in, and then Artie did it, which, listen, he did it when he was a lot heavier, so I could understand that. But they kept calling for Will, and Will was pretending like he didn't hear. They kept calling for me. I was pretending like they didn't hear. And then At one point, they even called. I threw Tim under the bus to try to get out from under it because I just didn't want to deal with it. But Jason took his shirt off, and Benji, of course, too. But Benji's part nudist.
And Robin declared Fred looking the best with everybody's shirts off.
And I disagree with that. Like, Fred has the overall like a great physique. It's very masculine. Howard has an incredible chest. If you look at it.
So your vote would have been for Howard.
If you listen individually on the chest alone, his chest beat anyone in there. Overall physique and shape, it's Fred.
Yeah,
Fred has a great masculine shape.
Didn't look that hard.
And Gary, was there any way you were going to go in?
I mean, I don't need to be in there. I don't need affirmation that I'm fucking fat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see it.
You thought that's what was going to happen?
Oh. And I, for one, am one of those people. I haven't worked out in so long. Like, I'm one of those ones when I take my shirt off, it's not like, oh, Gary doesn't look so. Gary looks fatter than he is. I'm as fat as I look.
Well, didn't Howard say that whoever wasn't willing to do it clearly has some kind of problem, or I think
hang up?
Yes,
I got a hang
sort
up.
Of hang up.
I totally have a hang up. I don't want to look fat.
Now, what about you? Often requested Will Murray.
I don't know. I just didn't want to deal with it. Everyone was like taking their shirts off, and I don't need to go in there and be judged by people. It's just whatever. It wasn't like it was gay or whatever. I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, but see, I don't
player.
understand you. You're like the girl with big tits who won't be in the wet T-shirt contest. You're at least in good shape.
Yeah, do you feel you have a good body?
I think it's okay.
Are you comfortable in your own skin?
Yes, I'm comfortable in my own skin, but
do you think like people would have said, "Well, wow, it looks great"?
I think they'd be like, "Oh, he looks all right. Yeah, whatever." I don't think it look bad or anything. You know, I don't know. I think you got the pictures are all over the internet of you with your shirt off everywhere.
Horrible,
I don't need that horse shit.
We'll just want some thinking about what it could look like versus actually seeing.
Exactly. I'm sure in their imagination it's much better.
Keep the mystery alive. It certainly is in Richards. Okay, who looked the worst in there?
Well, Jason. I mean, always. Well, see, again, Artie looked so much better than he did 6 months ago that you can't say Artie looked bad. And quite honestly, Jason's got 40 pounds on Artie now, maybe 50. And, and then the hair thing is just, it's a riot.
That's what's great about being horribly, horribly obese. As soon as you lose like 20 pounds, you're still obese, but people are like, wow, you're really getting better there.
Like, Benji, what are you weighing in at, say, today, around?
208.
Really?
Naked in the morning. Yeah, I did it
And what were you 6 months ago?
About, I don't know exactly, about 40 pounds more.
All right, so that's good.
Have you ever cracked 200?
Yeah, definitely.
Fourth
one of our
grade.
weight loss contests. The lowest I was in a weight loss contest was about 195. Not this current one, but the one we did before. And I'm going when I get to 170 now, I'm going to do a Beth Ostrowski makeover.
Nice.
Congratulations.
We only have a year and a half left.
If she's into it. If she's up.
Will, you agree? You think Jason was the...
I mean, there was a couple big boys in there with their issues. Like Benji kind of had some like side titty going on.
You guys always said I'm trying to
Artie
make my
has
lats
like just horrific stretch marks the entire way around his stomach, and Jason's just an overall mess.
What's with the rash on Richard that everyone was talking about? Like
he had like chigger bites on his titties.
I mean, he doesn't shower for weeks. Is it really?
Is that
much
really
of a
true?
surprise?
I mean, is that really, really true? Does he really not shower for more than a week at a time?
Yeah, I would say a week stretch would be not out of the question.
That would explain, your body just gets oily and gross and everything. It's sweaty.
I thought Jason is so odd looking, it doesn't look gross. It looks almost like some sort of animal or something.
Fascinating.
It is. It looks like one of those like a Coney Island sideshow, it's a Weevil Boy or something like that.
You mean he's deformed in some
No,
way?
he looks like he's part animal, like when he takes his shirt off.
He really is very hairy. I mean, he's very uptight about it, and he's joked about it, how the Korean woman wanted to charge him double, but he really is a very hairy dude.
Well, if he's uptight about it, why is he taking off his shirt when he's in there?
Because he'll do anything for Howard.
Howard ordered
he really
him
will.
too.
He loves Howard.
He's very parish. I think that's what his issue is. It's not like a big guy that's like a fat guy. Sometimes they have a bigger upper body. He's kind of like a little slender up top, and then it gets bigger as you get down in the gut area.
Again, not to get too gay, but even like with Artie, Artie does have the stretch marks and stuff, but you could see Artie's got the physique of a guy who was in shape who got out of shape, as opposed to a guy who was never in shape.
Right.
Jason's like a giant. I don't know what they're called, like those things, but he's even more expanded, like a triangle. Those things you punch, but they keep bouncing back up.
Thursday's wrap-up show was all about a legendary record holder who's taken 2,700 loads to her face. Yes, I'm talking about Sabrina Deep, the Bukkake queen, and we're all fascinated by why she's doing it, her husband Fabio who showed up, and God knows we love to talk about stuff like that. And here's how the discussion went.
The big guest today was the Bukkake Queen and her husband, Fabio. And, Gary, you never know what you're going to get when the Bukkake Queen shows up.
Yeah, I looked at the website yesterday. She looked okay. I was looking at the notes. I was like, 2,700 loads on the face, the whole deal. But, you never know what somebody's personality is going to be. That's where we trust Will. Will said she'd be pretty good. So she came on and she was willing to talk about everything. But she started to talk about her husband, Fabio, and the weird rules that they have. And Ronnie walks over to me. He goes, Fabio's in the green room. So I said, Will, put up a note. Fabio's here. And Howard brings him in, and he was exactly what you expect Fabio to be.
How would you describe Fabio?
Italian-looking, middle 30s, sort of shell-shock looking. And he was wearing a weird thing. He had a T-shirt tied around the front of his pants that looked like he was wearing a skirt, but it was just a T-shirt. But mild-mannered, quiet, that sort of thing. Not who I expected to be the husband of a porn star.
Right. Did you have any indication that he enjoyed pissing on his wife?
Well, the indication was that he's married to her. You figure, I'm only guessing, but if she does that in her porn life, I think that some of that spills over to real life. Even though porn stars say it doesn't, I think it starts to get blurry. So I would assume that she likes a guy who is into some interesting stuff.
Well, he mentioned that he is very much aware of what she does and what she did, and he'd rather know what his wife's doing than not know what his wife is doing.
Listen, you can rationalize anything. His great line was, he turns around to Howard and he goes, listen, I know where my wife is all day. He goes, you don't know where your wife is. You don't know how many loads she's getting on her face. As if all women get loads on their face.
Now, did Sabrina pronounce Bukkake? That's what Steve Brandano told me. Is that the correct pronunciation?
I heard a traditional pronunciation.
I heard her favorite baseball player is Carlos Beltran.
And is 2,700 loads to the face, is that a record as far as you know, Will?
Oh, definitely. 2,700 different men. I think JD is like 2,500, so he's just under.
And where do you think the office is that keeps those records?
Yeah, right. There was an actual guy. Remember, we had it was like sexualworldrecords.com, I think, is a website, and he would come bring all these girls in that were trying to break these most heinous records.
Now, do you think she enjoys it at this point, or is it just
I couldn't come
going
up
to
with
work?
I think she believes she enjoys it.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with a better explanation of why. I mean, she didn't seem that damaged. Obviously, there's something going on there, but it wasn't like she was like horribly molested as a kid or she was a prostitute for a while. It just seemed like she liked the attention that she gets from it.
Now, did you guys know that Bukkake was a form of Japanese punishment, as she described?
I knew it was Japanese. Because that's where we first found out about it. We used to get, in the late 80s and early 90s, we used to get these bizarre Japanese porn movies that we were fascinated with. Like, one of them was one of our favorite ones. It wasn't like we liked the actual act itself, but it was funny watching this woman's walking on the beach, and suddenly, like 50 Japanese guys, surround her. And then all of a sudden, like 10 Japanese guys are carrying a giant toilet, almost like a throne, and they bring it onto the beach, and then they sit down and they all yell at her to shit into the toilet. So we've always been interested in what goes. We know that like Japan has wacky shit going on. They're a very repressed society, those Japanese.
Now, Sabrina was literally up for anything, and Teddy, hit number one. At one point, Howard asked, "Is there anything that you wouldn't do?"
What won't you do? If you were allowed,
what won't I do? Okay.
Yeah. I think you're pretty much into.
Let's start with what you won't let anybody kill her yet.
Would you ever put your own fist up your own? Would you ever put your own fist up your own backside?
I've done that.
You have done that.
Yeah, I just started doing that. Actually, I was really surprised that it went up.
You pushed your whole fist.
Do that.
You're an amazing girl.
So clearly, and she later described how it compared to other things being in her ass, but to stick your fist up your own ass, that's a talent.
Well, Will had mentioned that he found out in the pre-interview that she could stick her fist up her backside and in her private parts, like one fist in one place, one fist in the other place. I actually wanted to see that. Call me kooky. It didn't turn me on, but that's almost like going to the circus. Like, you go, they tell you the man with two heads, and you go, that's not possible. They pull the curtain. Like, I wanted to see it that way.
What did you think of Sabrina, I guess, in Fabio's rules? Where they drew the line. No kissing.
It is interesting that that there's. You think that in this world there's no rules, and then you find out they have rules. I like the finger rule, not because of what it meant, but just because of the hygiene aspect of it. Meaning, there's rules. There's a rule for the rule. There's no fingering, but if you do follow the rule of cutting your nails correctly and hygienically washing them, then a finger's okay.
Now, you guys book a ton of guests for this show. Did you think they had any chance of getting on Ellen or Regis on this trip in this time?
They barely had a chance of getting on here.
You got to love how naive they were about that.
Well, see, that's what I loved about her as a guest. She totally knew that she'd never get on those shows, but she found it sweet that Fabio wanted her to get on the show. Was going to make those calls. Did they say that they actually made a call? Did Fabio make the call?
Email. Yeah, they sent emails, right?
Yep.
They probably thought, like, Regis people probably thought it was like one of those disgusting spams. They're probably having their computer scrubbed right now.
Will, did you know about the UFO sighting?
Yes, she went into great detail about how she saw this UFO and it actually chased her down the country road for a while, and she had a whole thing. I mean, she seemed to know how bizarre it sounded, but she definitely believed it.
That was another great moment. Howard goes, well, where'd you see this UFO? And she goes, well, it was a rural road in Canada. And I'm going, of course it was.
Now let's talk about that Sibian ride. What were you wearing 2 masks for that?
Well, as I'm running in the door, Will goes, put your mask on. She's a squirter. So
just trying to warn him.
Which I thought was really nice of you, Will.
Of course.
So I went for the mask that gave me the best coverage. And then she said, she even sort of referenced it. It was a lot of talking going on at once, and the microphones weren't all where they were supposed to be. But she did say, do you have the mask on because I am a squirter? And I don't know if that got on mic or not. So luckily she didn't do that. But yeah, I'm always aware of that now. Fool me once.
And what'd you think of the ride?
I thought the ride was one of the most amusing rides I've ever seen. I mean, I don't know how real it was. Again, not to get so graphic, but sometimes these women sit on the Sibian and sometimes they ride the Sibian. She was riding the Sibian. She was like really like rubbing up against it, moving back and forth. But from an audible point of view, it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my fucking life.
And at the end, why did Fabio tell Howard to back off? What happened during that?
I didn't see.
We were trying to figure it out. I mean, his mood definitely changed after the Sibian ride. He got more defensive and was like, all right, stay away from my girl type attitude.
Yeah, I almost felt like it was my fault, like she busted a nut while I was turning the knob, but I didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I turned it up full tilt about 20 seconds in, just sort of put it down.
You just floored it?
I floored it, exactly. I was doing donuts in the parking lot.
And it didn't break any of the rules. I mean, they were clear about the rules early on. So,
yeah. But I wonder if he's ever seen, like, say she really did, like, I don't know, what do you call it, bust a nut, blow it, whatever. Say she came. I wonder if he's ever been that close and seen it, even though it's not under the guy. It must be weird to see it when he's not in charge of it in front of a room full of guys.
I guess so. He was upset. Chris in New York, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Good, Chris. How you doing?
You know what you were just talking about? It's funny because that's what I was thinking. You put up his hand at Howard because maybe he's feeling a little jealous of the Sibian. I mean, maybe that was authentic, that she was really getting off on it. I mean, I think it was definitely one of the better sounding Sibian rides that you guys have had on the show.
You should have seen it.
Looked like an exorcism. Right, it was pretty wild.
The one thing I'll have to say, like Will and I have a lot of indicators, which I didn't see on her, which is the shaky arms and the quivering lip and stuff like that. But when she stood up, she was wobbly.
And she was teary-eyed, too. Like, she had been crying, I think, a little bit.
The Sibian fucked her so hard she cried?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
I'm thrilled to be back.
How you doing?
I have lots of plugs, so I'm doing fine.
What are you going to be talking about today?
I forgot you have food. I wouldn't have spent money. Oh, look at well, not bad.
So what are you going to be talking about today?
Jay, where are we going?
Right here.
I'm going to be talking about Melissa trying to adopt a child.
Really?
Yeah.
And what about winning Celebrity Apprentice?
Oh, we can discuss that. But I'm not going to say anything bad. Howard's going to
You're not going to... No stories for Howard?
Oh, sure, stories. But not about Donald Trump. I'm not stupid.
No, of course not.
Yeah, no. But, glad to talk about people.
All right, John.
Okay, good to talk to you.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Joan Rivers is here. She's performing stand-up this Thursday night at the Gramercy Theater in Manhattan. I can't wait to talk to Joan. Joan Rivers, of course, has been around the block. I'll ask her about the death of Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Among other things.
And how she killed him.
That's right. I didn't know she killed him. That's interesting.
Well,
fact.
this is an interesting alibi. She's here.
Right.
Right.
And he
Okay.
died out there.
Well, there's, you could hire somebody.
Anyway, Joan Rivers also was just on the Celebrity Apprentice, which I have to ask her about.
Didn't she win?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I got to ask her. I didn't even watch it, but I know she called a professional poker player a Nazi.
Hello.
And worse than... Oh, what are you eating? Boy, you almost fell over.
Oh, man.
Beware of Jews bearing gifts.
What do you got, a baby?
You're carrying a baby? Did you have a baby?
Yes,
It looks like you're holding a baby.
I had a baby. It's so wonderful. I'm so proud.
What do you think of these women who are of advanced age and they go to these
60
doctors,
years
60
old.
years old, and they have babies? It's crazy, right?
That's advanced to you. To me, that's a kid.
Right, you wish. What are you holding there? Because it's making a lot of noise.
I know.
Joe.
I'll get rid of it. I hate when people, you're going to Howard Stern. Give me gifts.
Who said that?
Somebody but it's from God's Love We Deliver, so, which is my charity.
I give to them.
He can afford food, Joan.
Yeah.
I know,
Don't
but-
bring me food. In fact, I contribute to God's love we deliver.
That's why I think it's an apron or something.
Can I tell you something? I always go crazy if they send out a letter to me or send a gift. Give it to the people who need it.
Thank you. I used to be head of cystic fibrosis, and they would send me 69 roses, and I'd say, you know what that costs?
You're right.
Send it, keep it for the
Can I tell you what I thought that was going to be when you were carrying it? I
Yeah.
thought it was Ed McMahon's head.
was he dead?
He died, Ed McMahon.
He died this
Yes.
morning.
Did he leave me anything?
I don't think he left
I
himself
don't think
anything.
they cracked open the will just yet.
He left you the Tonight Show.
How
They
do
need you back.
How do you feel?
God bless you, my darling.
How do you feel about the death of Ed McMahon? I want you to think
Truly?
about this. Yeah, truly.
Truly, he was the only one when Johnny Carson was a shit.
Right.
And wasn't talking to me and putting out all these lies, that he came over to me once in the Beverly Hills Hotel and said hello. He was a lovely man.
I was reminding people of your
Lovely
history
man.
with the Tonight Show because a lot of people don't understand who you really are.
Yeah, well.
You were the greatest. You filled in. Let's remind people why you are the greatest. You used to go on the. No, listen to me. What do you mean? Why are you waving me
You know
off?
this is all written and you planned for him to say this.
You love when I say this. No, this is. I'm trying to refresh your own memory. I know you're a little Oiva
Well, this age.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You're Goyish a cup.
You understand Oiva Boodle?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So listen to me. Now you're sharp as a tack, but listen to me. The reason I'm bringing up this old history. You were a guest on the Tonight Show. You were so good. Johnny put you on as a guest host.
Right.
When you started to guest host, your ratings were higher than Johnny's.
Right.
And so they said to you, you're now the permanent guest host. You would have replaced Johnny Carson, but you moved to Fox.
Because they had a letter out saying, here are the 10 people that can replace Johnny. And it was all men. I wasn't on it. And a friend of mine slipped it to me from NBC. So I left to go to Fox.
So you're saying after all that went down and Johnny badmouthed you and everyone was mean to you, you are saying that Ed McMahon was man enough to come up to you somewhere and say, you know what, Joan, I don't feel this way about you.
Yeah,
But
and
please don't tell Johnny.
And that
Right.
truly, to do that in public, Johnny was very vindictive. He was not this warm, fuzzy guy. He was a mean, tough killer. That's why he got what he got.
Was Ed McMahon good? Was he a talented man?
I think in what he did, he was brilliant.
Right. In other
He
words,
set the form for that, which is, look at these sycophants you have here. You know what I mean? These guys, they know how to kiss your
Don't
ass.
talk to Howard that way.
but you, in other words,
How
what you're
dare
saying
you.
is like Stuttering John, who used to work here, has now become the announcer on the Tonight Show. He had aspirations to be the Ed McMahon. You're saying it might not be as easy as it looks.
Oh, it's not. You know, you got to know when to laugh, when to shut up, when to move over, when not to talk. Oh, it's not. Yeah, and you got to always be second fiddle and know you're second fiddle.
Right, and be satisfied with that. Shouldn't Ed have spoken out about you publicly rather than do it in a supermarket?
He couldn't. He would have lost his job.
He would have lost his job. Do you believe that Ed was worth $80 million? At one point, I remember reading that before all the wives and all that other stuff.
Well,
You know,
there were
we all
wives
know.
in between there.
So let's make it 40 million. You know,
Okay,
we all
right.
know already.
It's a little high.
Yeah. But he also married one ass after, one little piece of ass after
right.
the next.
He liked hot chicks.
He liked hot chicks.
He was trying to keep up with Johnny in that way.
Yeah, well,
And
but
he
then he
did.
should have beaten them up.
Did Ed ever try to... Right, that's right.
Ooh, I forgot
Did
about
Ed
that.
ever try to come on to you, to put his finger inside of you? Or if I may be
Even my own
graphic.
husband didn't come on to me.
Yeah.
I am the only one.
No,
The
you had
thinnest
your
book-
you had your slew of suitors.
I had a few I had
Whatever.
one now that just dumped me.
Yeah, I heard you got dumped again.
Got dumped again last Sunday.
And how old was the guy?
75.
Can you believe 70? I mean, you
His
look
nurse had to
good.
dump me.
I showed you a picture.
75-year-olds are dumping you?
I just showed you a picture on David Letterman, and even David Letterman said, "Boy, she looks good." I showed a picture from my wedding.
Yeah. I didn't see that. See, nobody does any nice things.
Well, of course not. Why would they tell you
I
that?
just wanted to do a sidebar. If you had said, "Here's Joan Rivers, doesn't she look like a pig?" I would have had 9 phone calls the next day saying, "Howard Stern showed your picture and said you look like a pig."
No, even Dave said you look good.
Oh well, Davey's got cataract.
And the
Look
fact,
at you talking.
and the fact of the he still doesn't have you on, does he, Letterman?
Never.
Unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
Why won't Letterman have you on? You're so good. You were great on this Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah, thank God.
You
And
are-
you won, right?
I won.
Yeah, you're the
I won.
victor.
And ask me what I got.
What did you get?
Nothing.
Nothing, because it goes to charity. Great. That's just what you needed. Nothing.
Nothing.
Are you in financial trouble yourself? Are you?
Sort of.
You are. And I'll get back to this guy who
Again?
dumped you. Yeah. What is going on now?
I wish I could say Bernie Madoff, but
You don't even have that luck.
Ruth.
Ruth
Madoff.
Oh, Ruth. You went with Ruth. No, Joan, explain to me. You came out of
You should've.
bankruptcy. You worked very hard to get back to where you were.
I live very high, Howard.
I
have
know.
a great life, and I live very high.
What is high? I mean, okay,
High
clothes
is-
you wear.
I spent my apartment is gorgeous.
This outfit you're wearing is spectacular.
It's
This
a great
leather jacket.
outfit.
That's
You
expensive.
own that apartment, though. You're not renting.
I own it, but the maintenance is so high. There's only
Yeah.
8 of us in the whole building.
You're
So-
selling your apartment now.
Theoretically,
You're
like
asking
to,
$25 million.
$25 million. It's not worth it.
Beautiful
It's
apartment.
not worth $25
I
million.
am looking for a foreigner that doesn't understand that.
I've been to your apartment. It's quite beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's not worth $25 million, but I think
What do you
somewhere
think
there's
it's
a
real-
Russian.
What do you think it's realistically worth?
I don't know. I don't know. But I do know there is a rich Russian out there somewhere that is going to go da.
Why are you selling? You are the quintessential New Yorker. Are you looking to move to Los Angeles to be near your daughter?
I want to do half and Melissa actually said to me, which I found, wait till you, with your daughters. I was out there doing the play last year, and she said, it is so wonderful to have you in the same city.
Right.
Finally.
Finally, it respects you.
Isn't that funny? It is so wonderful. It's wonderful for Cooper. So I said, you know what I'll do? I'll get a smaller place in New York. I'm a New Yorker.
Right.
So I'll get like a beautiful, real apartment.
Right.
And because this apartment's a fantasy.
Right. This is a home.
Yeah, and a big,
Yeah.
it's 3 floors and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll get a small house in L.A.
Right.
and be able to be able to, I flew out there to do Passover for Cooper
Right.
to remind him that he's Jewish.
So are you? Yeah, that's a good idea. Did you sell? I mean, is the idea that you're overextended, and if you
I'm
could get
overextended. I think I have a house in Connecticut. I have foreign help up there
wow,
doing.
They're there now, even though you're not.
Doing
nothing.
Doing nothing.
What are they doing in Connecticut? You're not even there.
Well, I thought I was going to be more.
You claim that you want to teach Cooper that he's Jewish
To a point.
Yeah, I mean,
How is he gonna
wasn't
figure
it
this
true?
whole thing
Didn't
out?
he make anti-Semitic remarks to you, and that's when you decided to start teaching him about
Yes,
his
well,
Judaism?
he called me a big fat Jew, Jew pig. So I said,
We might have to teach
I'm
you.
not big.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievable. No, he told you lived in Hymietown, didn't he?
What are you doing in Hymietown?
All right, get back to this for a second. I'm going to get to your finances in a minute because I want to understand how you went horribly wrong.
I also want to talk about Melissa's adopting another child, we think.
You're kidding? From Malawi?
No, because we're so jealous of Angelina. With all suddenly, like, she's the big mother image.
You're going to get a black grandchild?
We're going to get a child from Australia, we think, from a click tribe.
No kidding, a pygmy.
Its name is...
A pygmy?
Well, I don't know. We said it's a...
you must be having a riot with this one.
Yeah, well, every time it talks, the garage door's open.
Why does she want another kid? What is that about?
This is a joke, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's a joke that it's a pygmy.
Will you accept the adopted grandchild, or will
Not
you?
at all.
I thought so. You're very judgmental.
No, I think it's great. It can work for me.
But haven't you always said looks are the most important thing in the
Totally,
world?
that's why I don't want an ugly grandchild.
That's what I'm saying.
These children can be beautiful.
Yeah, show me one beautiful pygmy name.
No, but you're right. You're never going to know if the child's going to be beautiful.
It's a supermodel.
That's right. You
And
don't
even
know.
if it says to me, I want plastic surgery, how do you know what it's saying?
Let me ask you something, Joan. You say you got dumped by a 75-year-old man. Is that an incredible blow to your ego? I mean,
Yes.
it has to be.
At this age, how can you dump me?
Well, what goes on? What do you do to these men?
Very little.
How did he dump you, and how
I
did he
think
tell
when
you?
I was faking orgasm, I did it in the bad ear.
Where did you meet
He
this guy?
couldn't hear it.
Where did you meet this guy?
I was introduced to a friend, and we
Right.
had 2 amazing dinners.
Right.
Amazing.
What would make an amazing dinner? I mean,
Just you click, and even at this age, it's all just
chemistry.
Right, and chemistry and
and
talking.
would you kiss at your advanced age and
Well,
stuff?
if the nurses could stand us up.
Do you have a full-time nurse now?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
You really do? You're not joking? You're not kidding?
She gave you up managers. Just get her a nurse.
Yeah, that's right.
Where does
A
your nurse stay?
full-time nurse.
Is your nurse always in the
She
apartment?
sleeps at the foot of my bed.
No, come on. I heard you have a full-time
No,
nurse.
Do you
would have a
really think
nurse?
that?
I'm going to tell you. I'm not making that up.
Why would I have a nurse?
Yeah, I heard you have a nurse. Listen,
Who tells you these
I'm going to
things?
tell you in a minute.
A nurse.
You have a nurse.
Howard.
I'm telling you. Every 8 hours, this woman has to inject Joan with Botox. Joan has a live-in caretaker.
No, that's called a housekeeper.
Oh, is that what we're
Obviously,
calling
there's
it? Oh.
Obviously, that's some serf that wrote that doesn't understand you have a housekeeper
All right. So
named Debbie.
So your caretaker is a housekeeper.
Yes.
All right. So let me understand something. This guy, 75 years old, lucky enough to be going out with a superstar, Joan Rivers.
And I was very charming.
Right, I bet. And you were on good behavior. You didn't insult
Great
him.
stories.
You weren't sarcastic.
No.
No. And
Sorry about his dead wife.
so you go out 2 times with the guy. You go to dinner with him.
Yeah, really good times.
No sex, I would assume. At
Not
that point.
yet.
All right, not yet. Have you gotten your top off at least?
Well, yes, but only in the restaurant.
How do you hold out at this age? You ought to do it on the
Yeah,
table.
Joan, I mean,
on
how
the
much
first
time do you
date.
have? Put out. Did you not have sex? I mean, there was no kiss.
No.
There was no
So
kissing?
my friends
Oh.
all said, I was in town for 1 extra day. I was going to go to England. So my friends all said, call them and say your plane is delayed, which it was.
Right.
So I thought, and they say to me, like you said, you haven't got time to be cute.
Yeah.
You better hurry. Your
Get to it.
You're already coughing and sneezing.
Yeah, right. I mean, love
You
is in the
better-
air. Seize it. Seize the moment.
Seize the moment.
Right.
So I called him up, and he was so cold on the phone.
Jewish guy?
No.
No.
Well, you could never have gotten married.
No,
anyway.
we couldn't have gotten married.
Why? And did you say to him, why are you so cold?
No, I was so taken back that I got off the phone very quickly. And then you want to say, how dare you? All I was calling it was say, my plane's late. Do you want to have a cup of coffee?
And he was like, no.
No, why are you calling? I said, well, I'll see you when you come back to New York. Well, I don't know when I'm coming back to New York. I said, then you start doing, I didn't say, when are you coming back to New York? I said,
Wow.
I'll see you when you come back. Well, I don't know when I'm coming. Oh, shut up.
He turned into a giant asshole.
Yeah, very
You think
sad.
another chick was with him? Do you think that's what was going on?
Somebody said another chick.
Yeah. Another
I
hot
was
chick?
an old hen.
Another old hen? You think some old bag was with him?
Some old bag was clucking around.
What do you
there.
think you did wrong? Do you ever self-analyze? Do you ever get critical of yourself and
Oh,
say,
I think I do everything wrong.
I mean, you look glamorous as ever.
Yeah, but then you open your mouth. I always go for the joke.
I know. You don't know how to
Can
be
you
demure.
ever just be?
Can't be a lady. What is your problem?
I don't know.
Why can't you just lay off the fucking material for a few minutes?
Because
and
I
sit there
see,
like a lady.
I see life funny.
I know.
I went to see Peter Pan with Prince Charles last week.
Wow.
And when they said, and he's so elegant and darling, and he's there because they're giving money to his foundation, and he's in the royal box, and I'm there with him.
Right, it's a big deal. Okay.
So when they say, do you believe in fairies? So I leaned over and said, you want it alphabetically?
So,
and he can't laugh. He goes,
and let me role play a date. Pretend I'm one of these old geezers.
Hello.
Yeah. Is that the voice you put on? Let me hear your voice. Let me hear your sexy voice.
Hello. Can I help you sprinkle your wife? I don't know. So tell me.
Are you lonely?
Are you only when I'm having an MRI? See, that's the trouble.
But I like that. I like a woman with a sense of humor. You run Celebrity Apprentice, and this, I never heard of half of these celebrities on Celebrity Apprentice. I mean, you're a legitimate, bona fide celebrity.
Well,
I was even surprised you agreed to do it.
I wanted to see. You wanted the truth?
I mean, you're a big deal.
I wanted to. Two reasons. One, Melissa did it with me, so she got to live with me for 5 weeks, which was great.
All right, you love that.
Love that.
So to get Melissa to live with you, you have to be on TV.
Be on TV, that's right.
So we got to be in the kitchen late at night together. That was great. And the other thing, truly, I love challenges.
You do?
And they give you a challenge, and they say to you, when was the last time someone said to you, okay, Howard, go out, write the copy, take the pictures, get this done by tomorrow. We want a whole new slogan for
Sounds exhausting.
Chicken of the Sea.
Right.
And then you do it.
And you like that.
Loved it.
That stimulates your mind.
Yeah, love doing it.
Do you think your daughter likes you? I mean, the fact is, I don't know. I really don't know about this. She moved out to California.
Well, she had to because
come
the ex-husband's in California, and they split the children 50-50.
Okay, all right. That's a good
There's
reason.
no choice.
All right, so you get on there, you like a challenge on Celebrity Apprentice, you get on, and you mixed it up with this professional poker player. And you even,
Annie Douche.
Who is she to make fun of you? I mean, I never even heard of her. I never heard of her.
It became good versus evil. It was just don't go there. It's not even funny.
You said, I believe a professional poker player is like a dirtbag.
I believe a professional poker player is, I understand what they do on the table, and that's great. But when you stand up from the table, you do not be duplicitous and sneaky. You know, everything that people do to play poker, to be a good poker player, is a bad thing in real life.
What did she do to you? I didn't see the show. I mean, did she just rub you the wrong way?
No, it was always very two-faced, a lot of lies backstage, allegedly, a lot of... come to the boardroom all sweet. Meanwhile, has just done bad things.
But you two were playing a game. She was using her game playing skills.
To a point.
To a point.
Howard, then I'm not a good game player.
Right.
I still think if you say I'm not a poker player.
Right.
But that's it.
Right.
I just found it, you don't turn people against each other. You don't whisper to Howard.
But you found her gross. In other words...
I found her just, you couldn't trust her. And she did bad things behind her back, allegedly.
It is a strange way to make a living when you think about it.
Yeah, but I'm not putting her down. She's a very smart cookie.
Right.
But would I have her to the dinner table? I don't think so.
I see. All right, well, that's it. So you've been dumped by this guy, this 75-year-old guy.
Yes.
Who fixed you up with this guy? How'd you meet him?
A very dear friend who said, I think the two of you get along. We did for 2 meals. And it was so nice to have someone pick up the check.
I could tell this one upsets you.
Yeah.
This
She thought something was going to happen.
Yeah.
And this was a guy with money, huh?
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
He picked up the check.
Oh, that was nice.
That was already a start.
If I went out with you, I'd expect you to pick up the check.
They all do.
I know, it's terrible.
Venus de Milo pushes it across with her chin.
What? Now, you're a good businesswoman. You're
just constantly selling everything.
Jewelry and schmatas. I mean, you're constantly
look where I'm
busy.
going, which we're going to talk about later.
I'll talk about that. But I don't understand what happened to you financially. How much money have you lost in this down economy?
I lost a lot in this down economy.
Were you mostly invested
in the stock market? I lost. We all lost. Who didn't lose?
Everybody did.
Everybody.
Yeah. Oh, forget about it.
So I lost a lot. And
how much are we talking about?
I'm certainly half.
Half.
I'm not. There's no sad songs for me.
Yeah, I know. But do you think that the 75-year-old guy read in the paper that you were down on your luck and that's why he dumped you?
That, and I was going through his wallet when he was in the bedroom.
I mean, half your money is gone.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
If you think about it.
You're damn